Bactrian.
No. The accent is from the world that we are in.
It's Nerdin.
It's Nerden.
It's Nerdin. You have a Nerdin accent.
Have a
And that is
Nerdin
what it sounds
accent.
like.
That's what
Straight
it
from
sounds
Nerdin.
like.
Are you back?
Hey, there's Uncle.
For now.
For now.
My internet is... Let's just never get sponsored by AT&T.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've got AT&T and I've got 600 megabytes upload speed. It's like a fire hose and I love it.
I call lies.
I'm thinking somebody struck a deal with AT&T.
Crazy.
Are we streaming when we got? When
Yeah,
we got
we're
kicked out?
Routing all
It
the
reconnected
internet
to
to
streaming.
me.
Okay.
Automatically.
Fantastic. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Legion D&D. Look, we got a new background over there. So we're trying to be slightly more professional. So if you can see who we are when we show up, this is episode 11. Does not yet have a name. So welcome to Legion D&D, where the cast and crew from Legion M, the world's greatest fan-owned entertainment company, cast away their earthly desires and play
Dungeons and
Dungeons and
Dragons!
Scrabble!
I'm Dave Hampton, the illegitimate dungeon master, and welcome to this week's episode. We're just going to go through news and stuff really fast because we're starting late. So technical difficulties, you understand. Our follower rank still went up, only 70,000. We're still in the top 2.5 million, which isn't going backwards.
Dave,
Yeah.
I think that you're positioning this wrong. It's not that we're in the top 2.5 million. It's that there are like 8 billion people that have Twitch streams that are lower than ours on planet Earth.
They don't tell, that's actually too many people, but they don't tell, if you add people plus brands, you could probably be around 8 billion.
I think, like, look at it this way. If you lined up everybody on Earth based on the size of their Twitch following, we would be at the very, very, like, not the front of the line, but, within sight of the ride vehicle.
Right. There would be like an amusement park that says like, 45-minute wait from here. It would say something like 37 light year wait from here. And that would be us. We're like, well, I hear the ride's good. Yeah, so that's that. This is my favorite. Our YouTube channel is up, and all the episodes now, when they're done on Twitch, they just get kicked over to YouTube automatically. Well, almost automatically. And we increased our followers by 500% from 1 to 5. There are 7 of us. So it's almost like most of us like what we do here. That's not bad.
But it's good.
If we set low expectations.
Wait, Dave, I really need to know, is this some sort of automation that you've discovered where it goes directly from Twitch to YouTube? Because I want to know how to do that.
Yeah, there's just an export button. And
for my day job.
Yeah.
Okay,
Third level
sweet.
spell.
Yeah.
Third level spell.
There's
you can't
literally,
get
I
to
think
it.
it's a checkbox.
Yeah, just DM me on the TikTok and I'll answer you.
Sounds lit.
No
I
cap.
don't know what that means.
I just learned what that means.
No cap.
Mandy, just last time you told us that we might have merch available for WonderCon, and I asked you, do you have any teaser stuff? And you said not yet. So I am asking you, Mom, are we there yet?
Well, I will continue to tease the fact that I have worked on that 0 since we last chatted.
Okay.
And I will also tease the fact that stay tuned.
Okay.
No info.
Excellent. All right. Well, quality, job 1 here. End
Thank
it
you.
forward.
Thank you. I really do my best.
So let's just start the very exciting background music that we play when I do the introduction, so that it sounds like we're on the road traveling. And I will just do the introduction and then we'll just start playing because we just need to. So, hi. After invading a cave to attempt to rescue Gunther Rockseeker, who had been kidnapped and whisked away to Cragmaw, the castle of the Gaping Mouth, they arrived in Fend, but they arrived without knowing the location of Cragmaw. 6 brave adventurers faced a bevy of quests, and while registering to take some of them on, the bureaucratically minded Farbin Webster, hello, forced them into adopting a name simply to avoid having to fill out 6 times as much paperwork. And thus, the Stealthy Six was born. Arguably, the name is only about 50% right. There are 6 of them, but the group's propensity for bad life choices makes stealthy more of a stretch goal. So,
doesn't it seem as if having a famous name for our group makes us that much less stealthy?
there is that. Again, the mention of bad life choices. But now, what to do for the Stealthy Six? What would lead them closer to saving Gundren, and what was just a distraction of all of these quests? Sweet Ginger Peaches, Benel Thornton unveiled a 100 gold piece challenge to dig up some dirt on Albrecht Recor. Tia Eatermath thinks Lachlan the Brown may know where the Crag Maw is. Farbin told them of an old ruin further down the Fendel Trail, closer to Fing. No treasure, but maybe answers. There's a job for 100 gold pieces to drive away some orcs on the trail. Sister Garael is trying to get answers from a banshee and is offering 3 potions of healing in return. The Kingdom of Rasfadal dropped 500 gold pieces on the safe return of Gundren Rockseeker at the bequest of Sildar Hallwinter. But why so much money? Could it be because of this Mishak Forte thing? A mythical mine that may have a magic forge and a key that unlocks a powerful amulet. Pele stole butter. Tatiana really likes breakfast. Khandra leveled up. Rocky missed a shot, which is actually kind of rare for him. Zankorin butchered an owlbear, and the monk glowed pink for an hour. And with that, everyone being caught up on what happened, the morning brightened with an owlbear breakfast sausage provided by Zankorin, and an open road as the Stealthy Six realized that the day was in front of them. What will you do?
I feel as though I've lost track of time and a few memories. So where are we going exactly? And why?
Actually, Pele, can you hand me some butter? I want to have some butter on this owlbear jerky.
You what? You don't put butter on jerky. It's
Just
supposed to
I'm
be
the
dry.
cook. I'm the cook.
You don't cook
Just hand me
jerky
some butter.
either. It's
You
it's
actually
a
will
shack.
find 1 pat of butter wrapped in a ticket with the number 7 on it in your robe.
Ah, well, how did this get here? Yes, of course. I always keep butter on me, so I know what temperature it is. If it starts to melt, it's too hot. So, anyway, yeah, take this. Be careful, I keep it next to my poison.
I will remember that. Might not want butter anymore. So I think we're ready to go. Is everyone suited up and ready?
Ah,
Oh,
yeah, I really like that owlbear. I didn't expect that it would be so tender.
It's pretty good when you know how to make it.
Good chef.
So
Thank
is
you.
this
Zankorin.
Thank you.
So,
Alrighty, so you guys clean up camp. There's still a rotting owlbear on the edge of it that is really heavy. And a cat who's always here at the beginning of the adventure.
He just likes to say hello. He's
Hi there.
really into D&D.
You guys don't really know how far down the road it is. It's a overcast day, thank God not raining. And it's a nice spring day, but despite the fact that it's overcast, it's kind of a bright overcast. One of those overcasts that you kind of get near the beach sometimes, where it isn't near the beach, but it's that sort of feeling where it's a thin layer of cloud. It's still bright. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, but you don't actually see any blue in the sky. And it's pretty. It's not very windy. It's kind of a light breeze. It smells like spring, flowers blooming, and the moisture from the morning dew still on the grasses on the side of the trail. You're in a more open area now, not so much in the forest. It's beginning to open a little bit wider as you travel down on this trail. So,
Before we start our travels this morning, after last night's very vicious encounter with the owlbear and my use of my spells to help kill it, I must give thanks to my God, and I would like you all to join with me to give thanks. Will you please join with me?
Well,
Yeah,
this isn't really my thing, but sure, Tatiana,
Great.
for you.
Thank you so much. Hold my hand. Oh, great, Ilmater. Thank you so much for the use of my spells and my very fiery breath and fiery sword. I wish you good day.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thank
That was very nice, Tatiana.
Thank you so much.
Do we need to like hug? Should I?
No.
Should we? Is anybody cutting up the rest of the owlbear to take with us? For food?
Yesterday you butchered Zancorn butchered enough that he felt he could take with him and it not rot. So it's probably for today and tomorrow morning maybe, and then without adequate storage or a bag of holding that doesn't have oxygen, then you can't really take that much with you.
Cool. Okay. Anyone gonna tell Pele where we're going? Remind him.
We are going on a quest.
Haley, we're going to.
Be
That was my
quiet.
idea.
Vague.
Good.
It's a little vague.
Wouldn't that make it harder to use them as bait?
I'm really excited.
I feel like I get in my own way.
So as you set down the road, it is just you guys walking. It's just the team walking. So there is the Stealthy Six walking. What's your marching order?
I'm in the front, and I have an arrow knocked in my bow, and I'm keeping an eye out for potential tracks of evil creatures.
All right.
Orcs.
And go ahead.
I'm up front with Rocky because I am feeling real good today.
Alright.
Not only did I level up, but I learned some new spells, and I'm just feeling really good. And I'm
Feeling good.
briskly walking along next to him.
You're feeling bold and
Yeah.
ready to challenge the world.
Feeling like
Awesome.
$1,000,000, Dave. Thanks.
$1 million. Who's in the rear? The monk and Tatiana. You're no longer called Rampuri. That's only for formal occasions. We now just call you the monk.
Now
And then
I
that leaves
introduced
Zancorn and
myself to
Pele in the middle.
anyone, I don't know why you would even know or be calling me something like that.
Right, doesn't even make sense. And Pele is in the middle. Okay, so you guys move down the road, or the trail, and it is going kind of slow. Let me have Rocky and Condra roll a perception check.
Regular perception, not at advantage, right?
Yeah, just straight perception check.
I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
11.
Alrighty. Is it right down there on the Twitch feed? Am I looking at it? The numbers?
Yes.
There. Okay. I can't actually see them. I have to go to another screen and look at the log, which is kind of a bummer. But
Trust us. We're telling you the truth.
no, I see it now. I double check. I don't trust you guys. You're stealthy. There's 6 stealthy people. What is there to trust? So you see running across the road, Rocky, up in the distance, you see a little white, that's described as a house cat, a domestic cat, zip across the road. And not 2 seconds later, you see another one hot on its tail, and they go from one side of the road to the next. Zip.
Is this a glitch in the Matrix?
Now, there are domestic cats in the realms. They're everywhere. I guess they're feral, but still, they're cute. These are actually long hair, really fluffy cats, just pew, pew, running across. And then you hear this sound, because they make those. And as you're looking over to kind of where they are, you see one cat go from being relatively small, like you can't see it, it's hidden underneath the brush, and you just see it swell up to be about 20 feet long. And then the other one And now these two giant cats on the side of the road. Little claws going out, their murder mittens come out. They're jumping on each other, and then they bolt off down the road. Or not down the road, down what now that you noticed, it looks like a trail that you hadn't seen before, that was fairly well taken care of, off to the left, and they've disappeared.
Have we ever seen anything like this before? With this growing cats?
Roll an intelligence check. Oh, now I can watch. It's awesome.
Und 17.
17.
Natural.
You've heard of these before. You weren't sure if they were real or just something that was fun that kids talked about.
What do they call
Terminology for them.
Big putty cat?
Nope, they are called swole kitties. They're kitties.
Swole kitties.
Swole kitties. They are kitties that can, or cats that can swell to be a massive size. And then when they're calm again, they shrink back down to a regular kitty size.
I'm going to call them the Hulk kitties.
They are very Hulk-like. Yes, the incredible Hulk kitties is what they are. So you've heard of swole kitties. You didn't hear much about them other than they are basically domestic cats that can swell up to be giant. Maybe on demand or when they're afraid. Nobody really paid it much attention because it's
They're
just
not
like
evil,
crazy
they're
idea.
just animals.
They are just animals. Yeah.
Okay. And they have their own little path, as though we have a choice.
Well, the path is interesting as you look at it. The path is very humanoid sized, right? If it was just a tiny kitty path, you probably wouldn't have noticed it, because if any of you have walked in the woods, you've seen, if you look down at the edge of the trail, you see all these little, almost little cave tunnel entrances where animals have darted in and out in the grass that's there. And you do see some of those normally as you walk, no big surprise. But this is more of a normal trail. And if it was swole kitty size, it would be dramatically larger, right? It would have just... So it's like it's a trail that was built by a person, elf, dwarf, humanoid, something, that was more human shaped, that is headed down that direction.
Very
Did
interesting.
I notice notice something?
Oh yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Rocky,
look
what's
at
going
those
on?
big cats.
Is there anybody who didn't notice the huge cats scrambling around, or did we just sort of? I wasn't paying attention.
No, once they swelled, everyone noticed them. They're 20 feet long and I don't know, maybe 8 feet tall. They're pretty big.
How far away are they?
They darted off through a grove of trees at sort of the end of the trail. It looks like, at least as far as you can see, the trail comes off the main Fendel Trail, and then you can see it. I have different music here that I didn't really want going. I am going to turn this off. So you can see the opening in the woods, which is wide enough, but they're trees, right? It's not really dense woods. It's sort of a lighter woodsy sort of feeling. So yeah, a big cat, and cats can always squeeze through small spaces.
Yeah, let's not get distracted by the Hulk kitties. Let's continue on our way.
They're so cute.
How are we not supposed to be distracted by something like that?
I mean, I will point out that you don't know where the runes are that you are looking for. You don't even know what they're called. So
Yeah, but they're to the north.
Aren't we heading north? Isn't this the north?
your road is sort of heading. I'm gonna go for north, mostly. I gotta look at my map here. Mostly west, but northwest. So by north, this is north. But if they were saying on the north side of the road or south side of the road, then that would be the wrong side of the road. But it is north on the Fendel Trail.
So let's continue.
Up to you guys.
Yeah. I stopped.
Rocky,
moving
what were
forward.
those things?
Those were Hulk kitties. Not to worry.
Are they like
Just beasts. They're not evil or good. Just beasts.
all good? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, they're not good. They're just animals.
Where do they reside? I mean, where do they live? Or what do they eat? Know anything about that?
Just that I've heard of them. They're called swole kitties, but I call them Hulk kitties. And I don't want to have to feed them. I don't want them to feed on me. So let's continue.
What
Okay,
does
let's not get distracted.
what does Tatiana's kitty say?
Hey. Oh, did you hear that?
I did not. Zoom trimmed her out of the conversation.
Yeah. No, he thinks cats are bad news.
They generally feel that way about each other.
Yeah, very risky. Very risky proposition. However, there is a trail here that is looks like it was made by a humanoid type of person.
Can I look at the tracks? Are there any tracks?
Yeah, Rocky, are there any tracks?
On the trail, make an investigation check.
Okay. I should have an advantage if we are in the forest.
We are out of the forest. We're just sort of in open prairie. We're in a very chaparral-like area. You're going to see a grove of trees probably by water. But
I
that's
rolled
about
an
it.
18.
An 18. Good.
Yeah.
You look around. You do see tiny kitty tracks. And then obviously where they swolled, you can see large, giant tracks. It's not like it's hard to track a 20-foot long kitty cat.
Yeah.
So you
But
see that
any
plunging
orcs
off to the
or
woods.
Goblins?
You don't see. I'm sorry?
Any orcs or goblin tracks?
No, you don't see any other footprints that are new. With that roll and with your investigative prowess in nature, you do notice older sort of boot prints, but older, like they've been watered on and are sort of worn out. Just one track that's headed towards it. You see a track coming back. Those look maybe a few weeks old. It's rained some there, so they're kind of washed out, but you can definitely still see the impression, as though somebody walked on them in the later end of a rain and left the impressions in the mud, and then it dried and hardened. So you see this outline of footprints going both directions.
I don't know, guys. It's kind of intriguing to me. Why would there be footprints here?
I think this would be interesting to check out.
All right.
Do we think this is
Then
where the
let's
ruins might
make a
be?
cross collection.
Agreed.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, if they're like secret runes, people would know exactly. Well, all right, let me listen to my logic for a second. If the runes were like well known where they were, people would be like, "Oh yeah, the runes. Why don't you go and find them?" But they don't know where the runes are, so we should look in the most unlikely place.
The least beaten path.
Here for
Mm.
that.
All right.
Okay, we turn and.
So you
and
turn and
continue.
start to go down the trail. Are you just kind of going through as a group, or are you sending someone forward, or what are you doing?
I'm in front.
Yep.
Same order
Well-
as before.
And first of all, everybody, I just want to say, like, let's not spend too much time doing this. Like, let's follow it a little bit, but like, let's not get lost. Let's not like, I mean, we're never gonna get lost because I always know where
Can't
north
get
is.
lost
So,
with me.
like, I'm just saying, let's like, not waste too much time. Let's just go see if there's anything here, and let's get back on the trail.
Okay, that sounds fair.
All right. So you guys, downside is I don't know which one is mine and which one is yours. That's a bummer.
Did you hear that?
I have my wand out
This little kitty.
just in case.
Why are you biting me? You're so mean.
Oh, no wonder I can't tell what's going on there. Let me-
We should be
Enjoy.
okay. The music hasn't changed.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So you guys head down the trail, and you get to a point where it's beginning to look a little bit more groomed on each side. You still see plants smushed by off to each side of the trail of clearly where the kitties just went through. But then you notice there's a little step down on the trail. It goes flat and there's a step, and it's actually a step like out of stone that somebody laid there. So it's something that's obviously you wouldn't normally expect. You go maybe 100 yards further and you find 3 more steps down. The trail is still there. There's nothing too major on either side of it. This is really funny. And then you get to a clearing. And from that clearing, let's see if we can get to that. Oh, I've got the wrong one being shared. That's a bummer. Hold on a second.
You didn't see a thing.
I'm
That's
not
okay.
looking. I'm not looking.
It's not giving
I have
anything
no
away.
idea how many steps there are. Or do I?
No, not that one. There it is. Boom.
The
That
monk
one.
is like, I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
Monk.
I'm looking around.
All right,
Ah,
now
okay.
you see a view here, and let me shrink this up a little bit. You guys are standing. You can, I don't know. Do I have a pointer in this? I think I do. Well, I'll just point myself up in that corner up there.
Oh, you've got a pointer. Your
Where the
mouse is
step-
showing up.
Is it?
Yeah.
You see the mouse?
Yeah, your mouse is there.
Awesome. Okay, in this area, you see, this is where you guys have set through. And as you look down and see what's there, you guys can see what was an old well. You see some shrubbery. You see some shrubbery that's recently been smushed. And you see an old shack, and you can't see what's behind it because of the angle that you're at. It's an old shack, but you don't see a roof on it. It's like a giant box at this point, right? And because the roof is just missing. You can tell some time ago it was ripped off, but not too long ago, the timber that's at the top of it, you can still see is not gray and weathered, but as though it was somewhat recently, in the last 6 months, ripped off. And you get a little bit closer, and you don't see the kitties anywhere, but inside, coming from inside this box, you hear this. I don't know if that's coming through, but purring noises, and just sounds like one giant purr that is coming out of there.
Well, we've got some extra owlbear. If you want to make friends with the kitties, maybe they'll like that.
I am down for this mission.
Yeah, let's do that.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it a well that the person was attacked on, or attacked at?
What person?
There wasn't it an old well for our current quest.
The runes were said to have a well in it. They described it as being having a tower and a well that was inside of it.
I'm gonna go check out the well.
Where are we?
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just go down to the well and check it out, peer down it, see what's going on.
All right.
I think.
Are
that's
you
very
being
smart?
Are you being sneaky, or are you just?
I want to be a little sneaky because I do hear some really loud purring, and I'm not sure what's going on. And Rocky didn't give me a whole lot of information about these Hulk cats, so
You know he didn't. Yeah. It's kind of a bummer.
so I would like to be slightly sneaky about it. Just careful.
Right. So this is the order that you go through. Roll a stealth check.
Okay. I'm pretty good at stealth, actually. 16.
16. All right. You begin to, I'm assuming, going along the trail or hiding in the brush.
I'll go along the trail.
Okay. Why is it that
Anyone come with me? No? No? Do I own? Cool.
I'll go
Right.
with you.
my big question is, there you guys are. You show up.
Monk joins me.
So let's get you you guys in there. So both of you, Monk, would you please roll a stealth check as well?
Do I need to?
No, just the monk and I thought it was just the two of them.
Yeah, they're the only two that are going so far.
23.
All right.
Good job, Monk.
So you guys move down closer. Let me drag you down there as I am learning how this new sharing thing works. So you see as you guys are getting a little bit closer, you still can't tell if there's anything inside in there. The purring is much louder that's here. And roll a perception. You two roll a perception check.
Okay. 18.
5.
All right. You get a little bit closer to the well. Contra, you think that maybe you hear some other shuffling around in there, but you can't really tell what it is. It does sound kind of large, but that is about it. And now you're at the well.
Okay. Monk, come here. Come here, look at this. And so I walk around it and I'm looking at the stones and I peer into the well. Do I find anything? See anything interesting?
Make a perception check.
I'm following them down there.
Okay, make a stealth check, Rocky.
Monk, I hope you're also looking around because I rolled an 8.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. I think I clipped on something.
So Rocky comes down, misses his last step, trips over a little rock that's there as he begins to come down. Do you look down the well as well, Monk?
Yes, I rolled a 19.
Looks very much like a well. About 20 feet down is water at the bottom of it. You can't really tell, if it's clear or drinkable or what, but it's down at the bottom of the well. You don't see anything. You don't notice anything else that's in there, though. It seems like it is just a well.
I'd like to continue sneaking down to the corner of the building and just kind of focus my senses and see if I can use my superpowers to discover anything.
So as you're doing this, after you hear Rocky, make a little bit of noise along the way, you sneak up a little bit closer to the building, and now you hear this sound fairly loud, and poking up over the top would be the exact same image in your own home of a little kitty poking its head up out of a box. And you see it sort of looking, and its ears pop up as it sees Rocky in the distance. And much like a little kitty will just sort of watch something, it is now watching Rocky. It has not yet noticed Rampuri. Rampuri can tell that there are 3 of them inside. One of them is asleep. One of them has poked its head up, and the other one is just at the other end, presumably lying down.
Can I tell whether or not I can see from up on that hill that little kitten has popped its head up? Because if I can,
Yes.
I want to hide.
Okay.
I'm going to hold up 3 fingers like this and not move, because they can only see you if you move.
Okay, I believe
T-Rex.
you.
I would like to sort of, I don't know how far I can move, but I would love to go and sneak down to this shrub to the left-hand side of the lower terrace where Rocky's face has hit the
Go ahead and
ground.
roll. You're being watched at this point, right?
Oh, so it does know. So do I have to be sneaky about it?
You could try to not attract attention.
I will
So
do my best to look natural.
go ahead and roll a stealth check.
And we are now being
Does,
stealthy.
It's a big risk for you, Pele. Cats love fish.
I was going to say, does
Gonna be
he
like
have to roll a
attracting
disadvantage since
Seriously.
he's got the scent of the
Which
Which
trout?
way is the wind blowing? Is the question.
They like to play with their food. So be careful.
Not getting near that cat.
The wind is blowing from my direction, like that.
Okay, good.
So it's blowing not towards you nor away from you, left to right, right to left. Well, I don't know if it's flipped or not, but that way. What did you roll?
I rolled a 15.
A 15. The kitty sort of looks up at you, looks down at the other one, much like a kitty deciding which toy to play with. As you guys get a little closer.
I take out some of the owlbear jerky. And
Okay.
I kind of intentionally get the kitty's attention, like I'm not being sneaky.
Okay.
And
Are you still up high?
I'm still up high, but I'm going to be walking towards the kitty.
Okay.
And
As he is walking towards the kitty, I'm walking back and behind a bush.
I don't think I can put you more behind a bush than now, so that is where you are at. Okay, Zankoran, you are coming down. You're trying to like engage with them and get their attention and get them.
yeah, like
attracted to it?
to show I'm going to give them some of the jerky, that we're friendly, that I can provide food for them.
Okay. So
You got that right.
the kitty, go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Ugh, I knew I should have gone to someone else. 10.
10. Giant kitty steps over the side of it. Let's see if I can get that kitty there.
Aww.
Giant,
His name Bon Bon.
giant swole kitty looks around, sees everyone, but right now is a little bit more interested in what Zankoran has to offer. Things may go haywire here. Let's have everyone roll initiative.
Oh god, here we
I
go.
know we are trying. Thank you. Look, my daughter brought me
Cookie.
Is that a cookie? Ah.
All right, everyone roll. I don't have the screen up, but I will look for it and get it up as quick as I can. So I am just gonna yell out. There we go. 0 to 5.
I have
you
a
get?
5.
I really, my character, Tatiana, no to cats.
Yep, 5 for me.
What'd you get?
I have a 3.
3.
5.
Excellent job. 5 to 10.
5.
I got you.
You just said 5 to 10.
Well, okay. 6 to
What
10.
do you want? 1 to 5, 5 to 10. I'm choosing 5 to 10.
Anyways, I am going to move on. I
There's
will
no
grammar
word
your
called any
ass.
days. It's any
Logic
one
though, the
day
logic makes
or
sense.
the other day.
Don't make me word you. Don't make me. I will turn this ship around. 6 to 10. 11 to 15.
12.
16 to 20.
19.
Nice.
Oh, 18.
Okay, everyone else.
22.
22. Awesome. Alrighty. Wow, I don't even see how that's possible. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, cool. That's very exciting. Oh, it's not giving me letters on it. That's fine. I will figure that out. Okay, we're just gonna play through what everyone's doing on their turns. It's not battle, but we're still gonna go in initiative order because there's lots of players on the screen, as you can tell. First, you hear a little bit more shuffling around because, well, one of the cats has climbed out of it, and the other, you see another kitty poke its head up almost directly above the monk's head, and it's sort of looking at it, and it looks down a little bit, and it begins to sort of take its paw out. No claws, just like, maybe it'll poke at whatever that thing is down below. Condra, you're next. What do you do?
I am going to move behind the bush, the dark green bush that's behind me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have like half cover, kind of, I guess, if I can.
Yep.
And then I will
5, 10.
take my action to dash. Is it dash?
Dodge. Dodge action. Yeah.
Yes, I will take the dodge action. I will let this play out first.
Yep. Okay, so you're like taking position, trying to make yourself safe. Here we go. This kitty, the big kitty, decides it's going to move a little bit forward, but it's not really sure what you guys are. So it's kind of keeping its distance. It's got its eye on Zancoran. Kind of more wary of whatever this humanoid thing is that's in the middle of the road where Rocky is, and still looking at Pele, able to see them both. Pretty much at their height, they can see all of you, but they are sneaking forward some. So Kitty is moving forward just a little bit. Zancoran, you are up next.
All right, I, with the jerky in my other hand, I kind of move my hands in kind of this fashion, and I say Lolirot Misharit, and that summons an unseen servant.
Okay.
And
nice.
As a bonus action, I command the unseen servant to take my jerky and present it to the cat in a very passive manner.
Well, unseen servants are invisible, hence the word unseen.
Yep.
So from everyone's perspective, no one has seen this spell before. So it appears and nobody notices, but then the beef jerky comes out of your hand and starts basically floating over to the cat. We'll call him Bonbon. Everyone else, I would imagine, is looking at it going, oh, this thing is just like floating over there. But you and I both know it is an unseen servant. Nobody else does.
The way they call it mystery meat.
Right. So, food is floating across. Unseen servants have a normal range, right? 30 feet?
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's close enough to get there. You're getting it fairly close to Bonbon?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and roll another animal handling check.
Okay. 22.
22. Bonbon is watching it come over, still looking at everyone else. He can smell that meat, right? And it's just like bends in a little closer, and suddenly starts to shrink back down to
Aww.
a regular size. Let's see if I can.
So
that,
cute.
I'll be fair, that is still a 5 foot long kitty, but let's just say it's regular size. That's all this can manage to do. And it starts nibbling away at the edge of it. At that point, it's caught the other kitty's attention. And the other one that was staring above where Rampuri is, you see it disappear out of sight. Pele.
Now that this little cat is distracted a bit, I would like to try and sneak past it down
Take my crossbow. No.
No, I take my crossbow and I take aim at this cat, the vulnerable cat. No, I would like to sneak past the little kitty without distracting it.
That cat's dynamite.
I'm going to have you roll a stealth check.
Okay, so I roll.
It's not traditional stealth, but it's, being respectful of kitty.
Yeah, so we roll, and it is 16.
16, okay. So which sort of path are you taking if you were to tell me where you're going?
You see that, like, little toadstool or something down to...
Right here?
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock on the cat there.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to go through that, and then, if I could, down
5,
to the other corner
20,
of the thing opposite Rampori. So like down to that other shrub.
Can't quite well, you can make it that far if you want to dash. So on your turn, you won't be able to do anything else besides get to that other corner.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll dash.
Okay.
I'm
I'm going to say you slip through there as 25, 30, 35. Yeah, so now you're down at this corner down here, right?
Cool.
Okay.
Good for
That
me.
That is your turn. Kitty Conquest. Welcome to Kitty Conquest, Rampuri.
Dave, if you dash, that's your action, but
Yeah.
you still get a bonus action, right? Or would I still get a bonus action?
You can dash. You get a movement. You can dash as an action. I don't think you get a bonus action unless you use it as an attack. Zancorn probably knows that better than I do.
In typical turns, you have an action, a movement, and a bonus action. If you use your action as a movement, then you still have a bonus action because.
Good enough. I will go with that, and
All right, cool.
it sounds good to me.
Then I'd like to can you scroll the map down a little bit? Because I'd like to.
Yeah, you bet.
So is this a doorway? This kind of cracked?
Yeah,
thing here?
that's definitely an opening that you notice right in this area, and this some sort of step or landing. Maybe it went further up in this direction, but right now it's a little step or a landing that's there.
Gotcha. And the cat who was up here looking down at me is now gone back down, correct?
Yeah, you can tell that large cat is now a tiny cat, and
Gotcha.
It feels like it's headed towards that door.
That little gap,
Yes.
but isn't it much larger than that gap?
No, it's shrunk down. So it's a.
The one inside is shrunk down as well.
Yes, the one inside is shrunk down. Well, yes.
I gotcha.
The one inside is shrunk down. The one outside is shrunk down. The other one inside is still full size.
But asleep or
Swole size. No, just laying down. It hasn't been its turn yet. So.
Gotcha. Okay. And is there anything anything interesting that I can sense inside other than the cats?
Not really. You can tell it's roughly a square shape. It doesn't seem to. The dimensions that you can sense, which is about all that you can sense. You're not going to be able to tell table, chairs, stuff like that until would actually be inside. You can tell there's the life forms that are in there, and that it's roughly the same shape that the outside looks like. So it seems like a one-room cabin or something like that.
Gotcha. All right. I just like to slowly creep down here to the edge of the door and kind of very stealthily peek in.
All right. So you come down here, right off to your right. Let me free up what we see here. You've got now a complete view of that. That is not the line that I wanted on there. That probably showed up somewhere too, didn't it? All right. There we go. I do not know how to get rid of that line. Clear drawing.
I don't know what line you're talking about.
It'll show up. Trust me. Now it's gone. Okay. So you look inside, and Abernathy here is much smaller and is now actually not laying down, and is sort of headed towards the door, and sort of how cats will sneak around the corner real quick. It looks like it's just about to dart around the corner outside. And this one looks over at you. It's still full size. It's still swole.
Cupcake is the swole one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's not his orientation. He actually. Sorry.
Actually, no. He's laying that way. He's still lying down.
Okay.
He was just stretched out.
Okay,
full
and so
size.
Abernathy isn't curled up like that. You're saying that he looks like he's about to come darting out of the cabin.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the
I'm
only
just
icon
gonna
I have.
kind of, move up one down one, and just trying to hug the wall.
Okay. So you are hugging the wall out of sight.
Yep.
Perfect. Anything else?
No.
Okay. It is now Cupcake's turn. And are those showing? Yes, the names are showing. Yay! Cupcake looks at Abernathy, about to dart out the door, and it starts heading towards the door. And as it does, it shrinks down back to a normal size, and it darts out the door 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet. It is heading rather quickly to where Bonbon is, and there is some food. Rocky.
So I take a piece of the owl bear, and I offer it to Cupcake as it's.
Wait, how do you have a piece of the owl bear?
We all took some of the owl bear.
Oh, did you hand out the jerky?
I think we handed it out, or I handed out and then kept the remainder
Oh, okay.
in the morning.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
just have some, it's for the road. And
All
then
right.
I sing this little kitty song. It goes like this: soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. And I offer the owl bear to it.
All right.
Beautiful,
And
Rocky.
the animal.
Oh my
Roll
God.
an animal handling check. I guess you're kind of calling. Bonbon is very busy, so you're calling towards Cupcake.
Yes, I'm trying to Cupcake, but I think I stepped on Cupcake. because I held a paw.
I don't think you stepped on Cupcake. I think you were fine.
Okay,
So go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
I did, and I hold the 4.
Oh, a 4. Got it. A Cupcake is not really watching and paying attention to you. Cupcake is still has his eye on the food that they've noticed, which is Bonbon.
Okay.
So Cupcake is not paying
I
any.
wasted my entire warm kitty song.
Well, we enjoyed it. That's what
That's
matters,
true.
right? So it is.
That was
what
a
it-
gift to all of
I,
us.
I loved it.
And
That's
everyone in the
copyright,
Twitch
Big
audience.
Bang
Watched it
Theory.
again and again.
Totally. Tatiana,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Oh,
Let me scroll way up to where you are.
yeah. I see that these cats are kind of not as full as they were before, and I am really curious about this kind of ruined building and what's going on with it. I'm gonna make my way down toward the building as cautiously as I possibly can.
As cautiously as you can. So go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Stealth, 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 stealth. And why is it not rolling? Let's try again. There we go. 6. I'm
6.
not very stealthy.
No, you're not very stealthy. Both of the cats look up at you, but they're still focused on the food. So the Cupcake looks a little like kind of stopped moving and is watching you as you get a little nearer. That was your movement. You still have an action, which you can continue moving, or you can try something else.
I'm gonna make sure that the cats don't see my teeth. So I feel like if they saw my teeth, it would be a threat to them and they would get big again.
Right.
I'm just gonna keep moving as cautiously as possible.
You're hard to hear, Tatiana. Is there something wrong with your
What is going
microphone?
on? Oh no!
I think it's mostly that she has a crap computer. That-
Yes, Anderson, the monk, I blame you.
If
Is that better?
Paul were part of this, we could blame him, right?
Yeah, let's
There we go.
just agree to blame Paul.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not
not
here. We
here.
should always blame the person who's
Mhm.
not here.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
Is that better? Oh,
Or Tatiana.
yeah. So I'm gonna keep my mouth closed because my teeth are gonna scare these kitties into being huge again. Because I'm a pretty threatening person, as you can
Sure.
tell.
7-foot tall dragon.
So I'm gonna continue just kind of as softly as I can, continue walking forward for as far as I can.
All right, roll another stealth check.
Ugh, I'm not stealthy. All right. $14.
14. Bonbon stops and looks over at you. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I
You
say,
keep moving. Where are you headed?
Hi, kitty. I'm heading toward the house.
All right.
So down
Okay,
towards
so
where
you make it around there. Cupcake is staring at you and it's stopped, and it's just staring at you. Okay, we get back up to the top. Bonbon is still munching away on his food, looking up sort of furtively at people as they're walking by, but is still eating. Condor, your turn again.
Okay, was there a removable bucket on the well?
Not removable, but there is. I mean, you could. It's tied to a rope with a handle that you turn to lower it down into the water.
Can you take it away from, like, a certain space away from the well at all?
The bucket? Yeah, it's on a rope. You could.
Okay.
You can only take it like 25 feet away, but you could
Great.
move it some. Yeah.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the well,
Okay.
and I assume Cupcake is still, like, busy, right? So,
Cupcake is still eyeing the food that Zancorin brought over
okay.
with his unseen servant.
So I'm going back to the well, and I'm gonna grab the bucket,
Okay.
and I'm going to take some of my rations that Zancorin all gave us,
Right.
put it into the bucket,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take it, like, and put it on its side on the ground about, I don't know, 10 feet away, like, kind of, like, on the side of the road, like right on the edge of the road. Yeah.
Like right about here?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a bucket icon, but let's just say that there is a bucket with some rations in there now.
Because I am assuming my goal here is that the cats will get distracted by the bucket as they do with boxes. That is my thinking
That's
in this situation.
not an unusual thing for kitties to do.
Yeah.
We'll see if they are doing that. Let me have you roll a persuasion check. Excuse me, an animal handling check. And then
I'm not good at animal handling.
that's okay. What'd you roll?
I get a 5.
A 5. You put the bucket on the ground, and it kind of rolls off to the side a little bit, and some of the rations kind of drop out of it, but they're still in the same area.
That's fine.
Cupcake doesn't come over to it, though. He's just sort of looking at it, and he looks back at where Bonbon is.
I can still move a little bit, right?
That was 30 feet of movement, and your action was doing all the bucket stuff, so you're right near the bucket right now.
Whereas I have nothing else I can do, right?
Right.
Done for this
Chandra,
one, thank you.
Be
Yeah.
careful.
Yes.
Be careful. Don't kick the bucket.
Oh, that was very funny.
Good one, Tatiana.
Kick the bucket.
Dragonborn are not known for their humor.
Right. It is what it is. Abernathy. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Abernathy comes over and looks at the bucket that's on the side and where Tatiana is and the other one. And it decides, ooh, there's a giant being right over there. I'm kind of uncomfortable with that. And it darts over here a little closer to where there's nobody else. And headed towards where Bonbon is. Zancorin.
All right. Seeing both of them down to their smaller forms, I take out another piece of jerky, since I think I have 4 remaining. And I now walk again slowly in an non-aggressive manner towards Cupcake, and I hand out the food.
Oh, you're actually walking down. And the unseen servant is still over where Bonbon is, but is unseen.
Yeah. And now I'm walking up to Cupcake with the jerky and like very slowly. I don't know how far.
As you pass Bonbon, let's have you roll a animal handling check.
Yeah, where are we going with all these cats?
10.
I feel like this is a distraction.
Now we're in it, Rocky.
It's very kitty catty. I already sung my song. I think it's time to go.
I'm gonna go into that house. I don't know about you, Rocky, but I'm going in that house.
What was your animal handling check?
It was a 10.
I'm checking the game log.
Do you not hear me?
No, I didn't. 10. Perfect. You kind of flittered out, so it's like
That's weird.
Awesome. So you roll a 10, and he looks over at you, and you see him like sort of ruffle his fur a little bit. You're not quite sure if he actually swolled, but he seems about the same size, just like a little cautious of you, and now has tilted himself another direction, so he's sort of moved a little bit and is positioned himself so he can see everyone. So now he's still eating that original hunk of it as you walk closer. You've got another 10 feet though that you can move. So let me move you that here. And you're really close to him. I'm gonna have you roll an animal handling check again.
Okay, good. 22.
22. So you bend down with it, and naturally, you say the only thing that you can say. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. And they look at you, and they look at the food, and they start smelling it. And they haven't come up to eat it out of your hand, but you drop it on the ground, and you break it in a couple of pieces because cats don't like to fight over food, and you kind of throw it to each of them, and they start gobbling down the food. All three of them are fairly distracted eating food at this point.
All right, that would be my turn.
That would be your turn, Pele.
I would like to. So, would it be easier for me to just go over the side of this building?
It's 8 feet tall. You could climb up the side of it and climb down. That would probably take. It would take like 20 feet of your movement, but you can do that. It's probably better than running around the corner. That would take almost all of your movement.
Let's do that. Let's just go up over the side. I want to know what's inside this little pen here.
All right. Roll an acrobatics check. See how good you are at climbing.
Oh, let's hope for the best now. That's 21.
Done, Pele.
Like a cat, you climb the side of it, leap down on the inside. There's a lot of fur. There's some fur that is like giant. You're like, wow, this is big fur. And then there are also little areas on the ground where you could tell an old rug in the corner that's just kind of full of just regular kitty fur. The way that happens, it's all white, so you notice it. There's a mixture of different size fur inside of it. But it's a one-room shack. There's a bed over in the corner, the legs busted off of it. There is some sheets on it and rugs on it, but not rugs, blankets. But they've obviously been exposed to the wild for a while. There's a table that's turned over and a bunch of other things that are sort of turned over. A dresser, some cabinets. There's a shelf that still has some glassware, potteryware on the counter that may or may not be filled with something, but looks like this was somebody's home at some point.
Is there any way I could search around for any secrets, or am I pretty convinced that there's nothing?
You can use your turn doing an investigation check. Go ahead and roll.
Okie dokie. Let's see. So I just click investigation.
Yep.
Okay.
Y'all, Pele got in there first.
And it's a 19.
19. So as you look around the room, you do see in one corner 3 small bowls that are on the ground. They look very much like a pet bowl to you. That are over in this corner over here. The bed is over in this corner. You're sort of searching around the room, and you see on one of the shelves, not knocked over because it's pushed to the back corner of a shelf, a little pot. And as you open that up, it's full of honey. No, it is full of. It's got 11 gold pieces in it, which is awesome.
Well, I take those for myself and put them in my tunic.
You also see 2 arrows, full size, wouldn't work in your crossbow, in there, leaning up. They're in a quiver, leaning up against a wall. They look a little different than regular arrows, but you can't really tell why. Like higher quality, better quality wood, something like that. And then over the top of those is a coil of rope as well. That looks, for all intents and purposes, like regular rope. And then you see other stuff of dubious value. Nothing major that's in there. The only thing that seems like it could be of any value to anyone that is not busted are 3 bowls in the corner, 11 gold pieces, a rope, and a quiver that just has 2 arrows in it.
You know, I just want the gold. I don't feel like I need to steal these cats' bowls for any reason. It's clear. I would assume that that's what the cats eat out of. So I take the gold. I think that's all I can do on my turn, unless I can do other things, but I don't think so.
No, that's probably about it.
That's about all I need to do.
Rampuri, what you have observed is Pele hopping over the wall, going to a shelf, taking something out of it, putting it in his tunic, looking around the rest of the room, and seemingly passing on most everything else.
All right. Can you scroll the map down a little bit? I'd like to.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I just like to go down to the edge of the corner of the house and see if there's anything more to see.
Sure, you bet. So you take a couple of steps to the edge, and as you make it to the edge, you see not much else. Stump in the back, just open woods. Nothing much there. Let me get Pele inside the building where he was. There we go.
All right, I'd like to, so that was 10 feet of my movement. I've still got 50 left. I'd just like to, I still have
40 left, yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 5. I can get back up kind of by that tree. And I'd just like to kind of, motion everybody, there's nothing here.
Okay, so you're going up to the bush that's straight above you on,
exactly.
on the map over there?
Yep.
So I will drag you up here and around so that you're actually on the outside of the building, right on that corner. And you're motioning, sort of like nothing there.
Nothing to see here.
Are you sure? Like I'm mouthing. Are you sure?
When can I act?
Let's find out who's next. It's Cupcake's turn. Cupcake is eating. Rocky.
I'm going to go into the walk past the cats and go into the hut.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can't make it all the way there on your movement. You can use your action, though, to half of your action to get inside, and then you can do, I would say, like a minor action, like look around or something like that. But
yeah, look around. Anything.
Okay, so you get into the building. You see Pele there. That's like, I didn't do anything. And you, just a quick glance around the room, you notice the same thing. In the corner, you see a quiver with a couple of arrows in it and some rope thrown across the top of it. Disheveled bed, looks like it's been exposed a while, et cetera, et cetera. And
does it look like? I'm going to go to pick up the arrows and quiver, but does the rope look fresh or is it really old?
The rope actually looks like it's never been outside. It looks brand new. It shows 0 signs of weathering.
You think this rope is made out of cat fur, Rocky?
Yeah, I'll pick both of those things up.
Is that like a really strong rope or like a really weak rope? Cat rope.
It's like spider webs. It's incredibly strong.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people are allergic to it.
So I lean into Rocky and I say, listen, this place is pretty weird. Now, out of curiosity, in your rangering, could it be possible that these runes we're looking for are the cat bowls? Could they be magical bowls, perhaps?
Have you turned them upside down to see if there's any special thing about them?
No, it just came to my mind now and I wanted a second opinion.
Did you search for any secret trapdoors on the floor?
No. I mean, I looked around, but it's not. I don't know.
Do that.
I assume so. I looked around pretty freaking good.
Let me knock around.
So let's loop around to the other side. Tatiana, what are you doing? You're on mute. Darn it! And it was so witty. Whatever you said.
It was so good, you guys, that it'll never happen twice.
The moments pass.
I'm really good at trying to find trapdoors. I feel like there's something else going on here. I mean, these cats have to be taken care of by someone, so I want to try to get into the building. That's my first step.
Okay. So the cats are relatively busy right now, eating. So let's take us out of initiative mode, and everyone just kind of say what they want to do, and if the cats do something, I'll speak up.
Okay, I would like to head into the building.
Okay. So you head into the building. Anyone else going into it?
Hi, Tatiana.
Well, once I'm in the building, I'm really good at detecting the presence of secret doors and things like that. So I'd like to come in and detect.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check, and I think you roll at an advantage, don't you?
Yeah, I have advantage on perception and investigation checks to detect the presence of secret doors.
Yep. Perfect.
So my investigation, how do I do advantage?
You should be able to alt-click on it and select advantage, or just roll it twice.
Okay.
Whatever's happier for you.
So a 3 and a 5, not great.
That was really just horrible.
Just terrible. I'm still rattled by the cats. I've had a history with cats.
You're sort of distracted by these giant cat hairs and these smaller cat hairs, and you're not really paying as much attention as you should, and you don't notice anything. So
Johnny,
no
hairballs,
nothing
large.
I start sneezing.
Hairballs.
There are no hairballs inside. Maybe in the woods, but not inside. Anyone else want to do anything?
Yeah, Zankoran, do you have, can you make me a light rock, please?
Yeah, sure thing. I just grab a rock and hand it over.
Great.
Right.
Okay, Zankoran, can you come help me for a second? I want to check out this well a little more.
Sure. I kind of take out one final piece of jerky and kind of spread it out and go between the three and head on over.
All right. So you do that, and Bonbon has finished up. So now all of these are in one spot eating this food that's sort of right in between them, and you guys head over to the well. What are you doing at the well?
So I grab the bucket again, and I'm gonna cut off the rope from the bucket.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cut that off. So the bucket's still over there with the food that fell off it, or out of it. So I'm going back over to the well, and I'm like, Zankoran, can you just make sure that this rope doesn't break? I'm gonna go down into the well and just check it out. I mean, hate wasting time, and this has been a massive waste of our time. So I just want to make sure there's nothing down here. Cool?
Won't it just be a better idea if I just send,
Yourself? Because you're smaller?
No, I wasn't thinking myself, but Tannery can just kind of fly down there.
That would be fantastic. Can you get Tannery down there? That'd be awesome. Can Tannery inspect and tell us if there's anything down there?
Yeah, I can see everything that Tannery sees.
Perfect. Awesome. Please do that. That'd be great.
All right. So I'm assuming you throw the rock down, so there's some light underneath the water. And Tannery, who has been on your shoulder, suddenly flies up into the air, and you are assuming using Tannery's perception.
Yep.
What you don't notice is the other cats look over because there's a bird. So I am gonna do some rolling just for fun and see what happens.
I didn't think about that, Zankoran.
They look up And Abernathy takes a step forward, but as he's stepping forward, he realizes he's right over the food, and Tanry zips down the well, and it decides he's going to go back to eating. The other two didn't even notice.
Cool.
So Tanry is in the well and flies down low to the surface and finds a little rock on the side that it can perch on, and hold on with its little grips, and it's looking around in the well, and through his eyes you see water, but you also see a small chest at the bottom of the well as well. That's what you see.
So I'll have Tanry come back, and then.
All right.
Then Kern, what do you see? What happened?
So it looks like there's possibly a chest down there, but I would definitely be careful, because if there's a chest down there, it's there for a reason, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was trapped.
That's a good point.
These are all true thoughts. Could be very dangerous.
Do you know if anyone in our party has like an ability to see if something's dangerous or anything?
Who might have extremely cunning acrobatic skills and happen to be part fish?
This I like.
I think Pele.
Oh, him into
Yeah,
the
no,
well.
Pele's a great idea.
Someone extremely expendable, perhaps?
Just throw him in. He's a fish. Throw him in the well.
Do you want to get him or me?
Go for it. I'll stand here. I'll take care of the cats.
I'm gonna, I'm not gonna run because I'm still a little, we gotta be careful with these cats that can turn into giants. So I'm gonna calmly walk over to the door opening and say, Haley, we need you.
Why are you whispering?
Because I don't want to make the cats big.
They're just little cats. It's no big deal.
They're not the big cats. Just get over here.
Okay, what do you want?
Are you coming with me back to the well? Are you following me?
I don't know why you want me.
Anyway, look, me and Zankorin just went, he just put his little bird into the well, because of course I hate wasting time, and I just wanted to see if something was here, so he went down into the well, and Zankorin saw a chest in the well. So we need you, with your amazing acrobatic skills, to go down there and do your little acrobatic stuff and get the chest.
Well, I do have amazing acrobatic skills.
Cool. Come on.
Well, fine. Okay.
Great.
Just to sort of sate my curiosity, could I please look at the bowls as I walk out? I'm really interested. Like, are those the root? Like, do I notice anything about them, or are they just bowls?
You pick them up, and you don't even need to roll an investigation check. There are 3 bowls. They're like cat bowls that you might put food in. Great place to put the owlbear bits, basically. And one of them has the name Abernathy written on it, and another one has the name Bonbon, and one has the name Cupcake.
These appear to be not but normal cat bowls, and I keep going. And I go outside.
All right,
Yeah,
so
move
you
the plot
you head
forwards.
outside towards it, and you're going to try to scale down the well?
I think, yeah, no, can I just jump in? How deep is it?
It's 20 feet. You'll definitely get injured if you go straight 20 feet down. You're going to have to sort of scale down.
Should
The
die.
wells aren't very wide.
There's a rope.
There's a rope that you can use to go. You can lower the rope down and
Sure.
climb down the rope, or you can scale down with your hands. It's probably
I'll
slippery.
scramble down the rope. That sounds fine to me.
Okay,
Should
roll.
dive head first, Pele.
You're a trout.
Vade, you might want to use this nifty rope that I found, because it looks like it's super strong. So
Oh.
We
Full
could-
circle.
We could do that. I mean, I could. Why not? Let's take a chance on the cat hair rope.
Okay.
So
One,
use that.
you do look at the rope, and as you're looking at it, the fibers they're bright white, and they don't look like regular rope. They look different.
Looks like magical rope. Perhaps. Magical
Could
cat
be.
rope.
And as that's happening, I tell my unseen servant to come hold the rope and make sure
oh, but
it's.
what is that
Wait,
trying to take
wait.
my rope? Stay away, you
Wait.
unseen creature. I'm holding this rope.
Pele, don't go down there yet. Let's throw something down there and just make sure you're gonna be fine. I mean, I'm still extremely mad at you, and I will still get your ass back for stealing my wand. But we're gonna talk about that later. For now, don't really want you to die. So,
Well,
can I
I mean,
pick
you
up a
did
rock
just.
and throw it down?
You already threw it. There's like a lit rock down at the bottom. I can
There
see
is
it.
a lit.
There is a lit rock at the bottom.
Yeah, totally.
We feel cool. Pele, you good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've been in and out of wells my whole life. This is nothing new. So, yeah, I'm gonna go down the well. And,
Okay, so who's holding the top of the rope?
I am.
And
Okay.
and the unseen servant, wherever there's excess.
Got it.
Don't hold it in behind me. That's okay, but I'm in the front.
Go ahead
roll.
and roll a strength check, Rocky.
Ooh. Me?
Yep, you're holding a rope, and he's got his full body weight on it.
A straight strength.
Straight strength, yes.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check on your way down, or did you already? Was that the?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I have not rolled it yet. Here we go. Roll a beautiful acrobatics check, and it's a nice 19.
Nice. As you start to go down, it seems pretty easy, and then suddenly the rope just jerks out from under you, and you drop down another 3 feet rather quickly. With a 19, you still hold on. Can you have me have the unseen servant roll a strength check?
Yeah, let me. Hold on, let me get there.
It's gonna be at a -2.
Okay. That's just a 20. So that'd be a 15 total.
Great. So you it slips a little bit, and then it catches, and Rocky feels it slip, and then all of a sudden it stops slipping, which was great. So that's what happened. That's what we know happened. And you make it down to the bottom of the well. You see the rock, and you see this chest that is down there.
Okay, so there's no water. It's just
There's water. Yeah, but
Okay.
the water is only about 4 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a well that is not particularly deep. But at the bottom of that, because there's a light down there and it's clear water, you can just reach down a little bit underwater and pull it up and hold on to it. And you can climb back up. Roll a quick acrobatics check to see if you can climb up.
Roll the 15.
15. Okay, you scramble back up without a problem, and make it out to the top. You are holding a chest.
Okay. Nothing new.
Nothing. That's what you tell them.
What do you mean? We are looking at this chest. Let's open it up.
We can all see the chest, right? Like,
So should yes.
I'm gonna walk out. I hear stuff going on. I'm gonna walk out because I want to see what's up with this.
So now,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
should
move
we
everyone over there.
flee the area with the chest, or should we, tempt fate with the cats?
I say we get the hell out of here. Go back to the main trail.
Yeah, I'm with her. Let's take this chest and run.
I mean, I'm never with you, Pele, but let's go.
No, you're agreeing with me.
Okay. The chest isn't open yet, obviously. Okay, so you guys gonna head back up the trail?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to inspect these arrows. How much better are they than my arrows?
There are just 2 arrows that are in there, and they seem really well made. It's a quality of craftsmanship that you've read about. You can tell they're not regular arrows. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, it says that are we in the forest right now?
Well, this wouldn't make a difference for that type of check. You're trying to determine what they are. So you're not like looking for tracks or anything like that. This is just I am looking at arrows. So it wouldn't matter if you were at a museum or.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, so you look at them and they look like they're really high quality. You're not really sure what they do, but I want you to track them separately as a high quality arrow, and you can choose to use them separately. There are just 2 of them, but yeah, They look like they are really, really well made. A craftsmanship of which you haven't really seen before.
So I want to add an item.
I will. I will just let you deal with that as we move on. So you guys are headed back down the trail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
done here.
So as you go down the trail, you're not too far away when you realize trailing behind you are Abernathy, Bonbon, and Cupcake, who, since you fed them so nicely, have decided that they might wander along with you guys for a while. So, you do anything? You just let them follow you.
I hang back and I just kind of put my hand out to see if they'll come and sniff at my hand.
All right. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
It's a 12.
12. Okay. Abernathy comes up and kind of nuzzles up against it, starts wanting to be scratched. The other two are sort of just laying back and licking their paws and trying to wipe their mouth off of Owlbear. Yeah, it seems like you've made a little friend in Abernathy. Tanry is doing his very best to hide behind your head or neck to make sure he can't be seen. And so far that seems to be fine. Cats generally don't expect birds to be on humans' shoulders, so you're fine there. So you guys head down the trail, and you've got 3 cats trailing behind you.
We get some familiars because I'm really excited about this.
You head back to the... I'm a little see-through, aren't I? That's pretty cool. You head back to the Fendel Trail as you come back out to it. The building that you saw there is not a... you wouldn't classify it as ruins, like they're not ancient rock from 1,000 years ago. It's just a ruined building. It's a dilapidated, weathered old building. Best that you can tell, at some point, this was probably inhabited by somebody who had a bed and a chest and 3 cats named Abernathy, Bonbon, and Cupcake that were swole cats, but somehow he was fine with that and they all got along, or they ate him. You don't know, but he's gone. They have followed you back out to the road. And we're on the Fendel Trail now, which is pretty cool.
Hey, Pele, let's open that chest, buddy.
What chest?
Don't even. Don't play with me today.
Well, who's gonna be the one to open this box of death?
Well, I think I have divine sense, and I can detect good and evil. How do we know this chest is not evil?
I don't know if that works on inanimate objects.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't. I just never crossed my mind that it might. So let me see if I can find out. Alrighty. Equipment. No. Features and traits. Detect. Okay, well, I don't see it there. Spells? No.
It's under features and traits.
Why did I
Divine
miss
sense.
it? Oh, Divine Sense. Okay. As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not total cover. It doesn't work on inanimate objects. It's mostly for finding beasts and creatures and evil things. So, yeah.
Never mind.
You don't
I
waste
take it all back.
I do like where you're going with that, though. We don't know, it was in a well, so obviously it was being guarded in a sense, being kept secret. But that also means that there could be maybe possible traps. Who might be good? I mean, I know I'm pretty decent at perceiving traps, but I don't think I would be the best at it.
Well, I do have thieves' tools. I don't know if that does anything. Maybe I can circumnavigate.
Well, not thieves' tool, but yeah, thieves' tools. That lets you pick locks. So you can try to pick the lock. That would be a dexterity roll plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to roll dexterity and then add whatever your proficiency modifier is.
So would I click the up on the top, the dexterity, or no?
Yes. Click
Oh,
that.
so like up on the top bar where it has all of them, or would I click
Yes.
dexterity? Oh no, yeah, I would do it there.
Yeah, it's on the top. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me. Okay, are we cool with this? You guys want me to open this thing?
Yes, please.
Take
Let's
that
do
as a yes. Okay, great.
But
And
I would. Okay.
It's a it's an 8. Ugh.
You just can't get it. It may have been like rusted shut since it was underwater for a while.
That's what we'll think. That's what we'll say. Yeah, it's probably rusted. probably can't be opened, unfortunately. What's it made out of? Is it made out of wood? Could we burn the wood and get?
Could be whatever's inside of it. Who's the strongest among us?
It is metal. It looks like it's some sort of low-grade metal, like a tin or something like that. But it hasn't rusted. If it was wood, it probably would have rotted underneath there. So it's just metal, and it's got a rock on it, the lock on it, and the lock is fairly rusted, which is probably why you couldn't pick it. You can obviously try to break off the lock. That would be a strength check by someone, or
I'll try to break off the lock.
all right, roll a strength check.
Seventeen.
17.
Nice.
You take the hilt of your double scimitar and smack it down on it, and it comes off. The lock breaks. The chest is still not open, but the lock is busted off, so it is now openable.
So we're gonna open this thing.
Yeah, so I smirk at Pele, weakling, and I flip
Look,
open.
sometimes you need a hammer, not a scalpel.
And the monk is going to take 3 steps back and kind of go like this.
Okay.
Take note of the monk, and I'm gonna take a step back too.
Anyone? Tatiana's up close. Anyone? As that smirk happens, everyone kind of knows what she's up to. Anyone just staying there and watching, or anyone like stepping back?
Well, if
That's
I'm
Tatiana. She's my ally. If she goes, I go.
if I'm close, I'm going way back because I was the one saying traps.
Totally. So you, Pele.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back.
Peleans and Corn step back. Condra does not. The monk steps back. Rocky.
Yeah, I'll step back.
All right. You open the top. This green gas comes out. I need both Tatiana and Condra to roll a Constitution saving check.
Oh no!
Come on.
How do we roll a
do
Constitution
that?
saving?
I think it's on the left side of your.
It says
saving throws.
Yep, saving throw.
Ah.
Oh. Ooh.
No, Tatiana.
The cloud comes out, and Condra is just far back enough. The wind just happens to be going the right direction that she sort of leaps out of the way. But Tatiana is just way too close, and this green poof engulfs her. And then you can't really see much through it, but you hear this collapse. And as the green cloud blows away, you see Tatiana on the ground, and she can't move her legs.
Oh no!
She is paralyzed from the waist down.
This is terrible.
But inside of it, there is a dagger and a bottle, a vial.
I rush up to Tatiana.
Where is
I'm sorry.
Where is the chest? Is it on the ground next to me?
The
or-
chest is right next. You fell right next to it.
Okay.
I can do nothing to help Tatiana in this moment.
I rush up to Tatiana. What's going on? How do you feel?
Help! I've fallen and I can't get out.
That is totally what happened. I could not lift this pan.
Are you in pain? Is there something?
I can't feel my legs. I can't move.
Okay, what do I know about these things? Okay, so it's probably some kind of maybe a poison or some kind of.
Roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Oh, leg poison.
Eh.
The worst kind of poison.
12. You remember reading something about all the different types of poisons that there are. You're not really an expert in that, but you remember that there's poisons that can be very focused and targeted. So maybe it's a poison, maybe one that knocks someone out in a sense, takes away their mobility. But you don't know exactly what it is. You don't know how long it would last.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just going to throw out here. There is somebody who's very familiar with poisons, but he may have forgotten that he is.
Well, I take a look at her.
All right. Go ahead and roll a medicine check at advantage. Actually, do an investigation at advantage.
Investigation?
Medicine or investigation, your choice. Whatever you do better. I don't care.
The same. They're the same.
Perfect.
18.
All right. You're familiar with this. It is a paralysis-based venom. It's taken from snakes, a certain type of snake. And it causes paralysis, generally waist down on whatever creature it hits with it. It usually goes away within 30 minutes. There's no real lasting damage, but it's very much like your foot fell asleep, but it's numb, and you just can't move it. So great weapon in battle to take somebody out and not kill them. But in this case, maybe for whatever reason it was trapped with this. So I'm assuming Rocky relates that to you.
I do. Don't worry about it. It's gonna get better in about half an hour. I suggest that we protect her until she feels better.
All right. Meanwhile, the little kitties have come up and are kind of rubbing themselves up against Tatiana.
And I am flipping out. I am not happy.
I go and I grab the vial from the chest.
Okay.
Do I know what it is?
It's really familiar. You guys have seen this light pink, translucent, pearlescent substance. You know right away that it is a potion of healing.
Excellent.
You found several of them, so it's no longer a surprise.
We have another potion of healing in our possession. There's also a dagger here. I don't know.
Also a dagger.
I could take it if it looks good, but I don't know if someone else might want to. Pele.
It looks really high quality. You see some glyphs on it that make you think, is this go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
All right. Oh, also pretty bad. A dirty 20.
Not this time. You actually recognize this symbol that's on there. It is a symbol of power and strength that you've often seen on daggers that are a little bit more effective than your average dagger. It is, in our game, we might call it a +1 dagger. So it's got a little bit of oomph to it, but daggers aren't the biggest in the whole world. So I don't know if any of you guys use a dagger, but there's one that's a +1 dagger for whoever might.
I mean, I grab it and I say, this is a very, very nicely crafted dagger. I think it could be very well used. I personally, I do use my dagger from time to time, but does someone else use daggers more so?
I will use that dagger on one of these damn cats if they don't get away from me. Hand it over so I can protect myself while I'm stuck on the ground.
I do not give her the dagger.
How dare you?
Van Corin has had it with you guys killing things that he doesn't want dead.
How dare you?
While she is stuck on the ground, can we take a bio break?
Yes. So we will come back after Tatiana has rested up and continue on our journey down the road, and we will roll to see whether the cats follow you or not. So let's take a few minutes, and then we will be back. So I have to learn how to turn my camera off on this, so I believe I can just fade away. Bye, everyone.
Oh, that was rad.
Very cool. But now I got to figure out how to turn off my volume. So I'll do that next, and I will see you guys back here in a few minutes.
See you guys in a minute.
Where's my video setting?
Hi, I'm back, everyone. I faded into existence. Ready? And I'll step back like this. Step out of the woods. It's kind of cool. Cool.
Do that just by stepping forward and stepping back?
No, you can make yourself fade out, but if you do them together, it kind of looks really cool. So
that's pretty cool.
That makes it fun, yeah. And then also I can swole kitty it up. I can go woo, big giant. So that makes it fun too. Everyone likes the swole kitties. I'm on. My voice is working. You guys are on the screen. I've got most of it going, which is really good. I'm excited about that. We will get back out in Fendel Trail here. This one, I'm like, I don't know why, but I'm like partially see-through here. But I don't think I'm see-through on this one.
Dave?
I don't know what the deal is.
Well, we have a tiny bit of time.
Oh, I know why. Hold on.
Oh,
Yes, hi.
That's crazy. While we have a tiny bit of time, my wife is wondering what you did in radio.
I did a home and garden show.
No way.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Would you like to hear the intro for it?
Yeah.
I can remember it.
Well, heck yeah.
That's so cool. But how did you get into that? Like, are you into home and garden stuff?
Well, I am.
Okay.
It's a long story how I got into it. How did I get into it? Lord. I was doing years ago, I did mortgage lending. It was a horrible profession. I hated it. And I thought, if I did a radio show, I can drum up some business, which I did. It didn't work too well, and they raised the rates on me. So I was like, I'm going to cancel. But the big utility in Texas, not the one that was just hit by all those problems, but another one, was before they had all this splintering of rates in that state. One of their main people loved the show, I guess. Maybe he was buying a house at the time. I don't know. And he reached out to me and he's like, hey, would you do like a show just about saving energy? And I said, well, I would, but no one would listen to that. That's a boring show. Can we spin it differently? Can we do a home and garden show and we can weave into it energy efficiency? So if we are talking landscape, we'll talk about how you can use landscape to lower your energy bills. And if we're talking cooking, we can talk the difference between gas and electric and how gas is more efficient and better to cook with. And, just whenever it comes up, we'll bring it up. And they were like, that's a great idea. And then they'll sponsor all the pieces and everything. So they hired me to do a show. And then they stopped funding it, but the show was popular enough at that time that the station said, well, will you just stay on and give us all of the time slots? We were paying for it, and TXU was the main sponsor. That was the electric company. And then they said, well, will you just do the show, and we'll give you a couple of the spots to sell, and then we'll sell the rest, and we can just do this. And I was like, sure, why not? That sounds like fun. So I did that for a while. And I think I was on for maybe 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
That's so cool.
Wow.
That's great. It feels random, but I love it.
Yeah, and then the station was bought out by one of the big conglomerates, and they got rid of everything. They didn't have anything local once they bought it out. Everything was syndicated national stuff, and I don't know what happened to the station even. I mean, it's still in Texas. But,
Corporations, right?
Corporations, so evil. That's why you should invest your money in Legion M. Can I say that? Is that even legal? Can you do that? I'm not. I don't work for Legion M. I can say whatever I want.
You can say whatever you want.
You guys might be held to some sort of fiduciary law that the SEC has, but I'm not.
You do have to disclose. You do have to disclose that you're an investor in Legion M.
Oh, I do.
Yes, because otherwise you could be trying to manipulate your own stock price. So you just have to let people know that you own shares.
Does it count that you let people know?
If you acknowledge that.
I mean, I think I did
accurately, then
acknowledge it
yes.
in that sense, but I'm going to just skirt on the edge of SEC law by not confirming nor denying.
So blatant.
Right.
So blatant.
It's our 5-year anniversary in like 2 days.
Oh, big hug.
Yeah, that is in 2 days.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
wow.
so cool.
It's amazing.
Congratulations.
Look at how
Legion
far we've
members.
come, you guys.
Time has gone by very quickly.
Yeah, and you guys have a whole bunch of cool shows under the belt, or show might not be the right term, but thingies that you've produced, right? Wow.
We had a very distinctive, memorable experience the first time that we met. The time.
I remember that.
Is it safe for work?
Yeah. Whoa. We were on a panel talking about. We had a whole big panel. Who was on it? Right. It was somebody from Stupid. Was there somebody from I think Matt Senrick from Stupid Buddy Studios, the producers of Robot Chicken, was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember who else. The guy from 42 Entertainment didn't make it. Well, anyway, we had like 4 or 5 of us, including for us, it was kind of like some big wigs at the time. Oh, Andrew Cosby, I think, was there.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and somebody somebody said a question, somebody mentioned shipping. And Andrew Cosby, I think, was the one. He's like, shipping? Like, what is shipping? I've never heard of that. And they explained it as, it's when fans write like fiction and they put together like 2 characters, and sometimes they might change the genders or something like that. They said, like Finn and Poe from Star Wars. And literally at that point, Michelle and Matan stood up because they were dressed up as Finn and Poe from Star Wars. And it was just the most surreal, amazing coincidence ever.
That is such a cute meet cute.
It is a good meet cute.
It's adorable. I've always thought that Zancorin was an adorable hobbit, and obviously he's an adorable person as well. We're back. We are back. Let's just put that on the screen, I guess, right down there. Hi everyone, we're back. We are back on the Fen Trail, so let's pull that up with this magic thing over.
The Fen Trail.
We're on the Fen Trail, and we are. Tatiana has regained the use of her legs. It is only. It's just about noon. It's not really that late. The only problem is you now have 3 cats that are following you. Let's see if they've wandered off or if they are still following.
Well, and you know what? I will say, when I started this adventure, I couldn't stand having cats. But now that they have licked my ears, I don't really have ears, licked my nostrils, cuddled up with me, hung out with me, scratched me,
right,
and purred in my ear, I am now a fan of cats. So if they would like to join us, I would.
Well, they are not turning away right now. They are. You guys are headed down the trail, and they are following behind you, and that's what they're doing. So.
And just to confirm, the only thing that we found in the damn chest was healing potion, right?
And
healing
a dagger, which I
did. A dagger.
And
Who's
then
got the
inside.
dagger?
Huh?
Oh.
And inside the house, there were 2 arrows of incredibly high quality, and there was some rope that looked like it was made out of cat hair, and it did not look weathered or aged or anything. It looked like it was in absolutely perfect shape, like you just bought it from Barthen's in Bend. So there's something up with that rope.
Y'all, that was the biggest waste of time we've ever spent on this trip so far. Let's get down the road as quickly as we can, because we're wasting so much time.
All right, same marching order as we had before?
Yes.
Or else we're going to have to tell, and then it's going to be a pain in the ass to do that. So go ahead, let's roll a reception check. No, that's how well you host a party. A perception check, Rocky.
That's Rocky? Okay.
And Condra.
$21.
Ooh.
Nice.
9.
Nice. All right. Condra's keeping her eye out. doesn't see anything directly, but it's looking way in the distance, and there is a kind of a rocky hill. At the top of it, you can't tell if it's a building or if it's just a rock formation. It's still several miles away. So you can just like sort of see it. It's overcast, right? So it's not all that bright. And because the humidity level is high, it makes distant viewing. It's not a crystal clear day. It's just a nice day.
Yeah, but could it be a claggy mow?
Could be. So you look behind you, and the cats are still following, but the cats are like a size bigger now. They're not 8 feet tall, but instead of being, about what a cat's about, not counting tail, 18 inches or so. And now they're about 36 inches long. So they're definitely twice the size, but it's slowed their pace. They don't have to take as many steps. So it just seems like they still want to follow you, but it was just easier being bigger. And now you've got 3, mid-dog size cats following behind you as you're moving along. And you go down the road. It is another couple of miles that you make it down the road. The tree, the weird shape on the hilltop that you saw in the distance has kind of gone out of view as you dip down into a little valley. But as you come up the next to the next hillside with your dog-sized cats behind you, let me have both of you roll another perception check.
$15.
Condra, did you roll, Condra? Did
8.
you roll? 8.
Sorry,
Oh,
couldn't hear me, I guess.
That is
8.
miserable. Rocky is looking over at it, and he's pretty sure it is some sort of structure at this point. It's still about a mile away, but it is definitely some sort of structure. Not a new structure. Like, I don't know, not quite a castle. You can't tell. It's not all on view. It's a mile away, but it is not natural shaped. And you can see trailing off the edge of it, like there was at least some point some sort of trail, but you don't see any trailhead yet that you've run into across the road. Before I roll for the cats, is anyone going to interact with them in any sense, or should I just go ahead and roll? Okay. You throw some jerky down on the ground, and they shrink back down to eat it. They've learned over time that they can trap and kill something when they're big, but it fills their belly a lot more if they're little when they eat it. So they shrink back down and they start devouring this stuff as you guys walk down the road. And right now, they don't seem to be following you. They are totally distracted by the food that is in front of them. You guys move further down the road, and as you are moving down the road, the afternoon sun hidden behind, or the midday sun hidden behind the clouds, but it's bright and it's clear. And up on your right, you see a little trailhead that is headed off towards what you can now tell are definitely ruins that are up on the hill. They are maybe a quarter mile away off the road, and there's a trail that you can't tell exactly as it winds through the woods and all, but it certainly looks like it heads up there. What do you do?
Oh, we found it. Definitely ruins. We found it.
Yeah.
I assume, yes.
You know what I want to do? I'll tell you what I want to do. What I really, really want to do. I would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
Rocky cast spells?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
What spell do you want to cast, my
I
friend?
take my mistletoe
Okay.
that I have collected in the forest, as I had mentioned to you, and I am going to cast Good Berry.
This mistletoe moment is brought to you by Kendall Jackson. Kendall Jackson, fine wines.
good berry.
I'm going to create 10 berries.
Okay. You've got 10 berries. Are you going to tell people what they do, or no?
Yeah, I'm going to tell. I'm gonna hand one out to each of the party members, and I'm gonna tell them, if you're really in bad shape, bite on one of these.
Oh,
Right.
so the cyanide berries. So just, so to make it quick, is that how it goes? If we're like really in bad shape,
Yeah. Or if you're very hungry, it'll provide nourishment to sustain you for a day, or it'll make you a little bit better. But they only work for 24 hours, so if you want to be powerfully pumped, you must take it beforehand.
Are you taking yours now, Rocky?
No, there's no reason to, but just in case we get into a fight, you're getting really close to being dead.
All right. Thank you for these.
Yeah, thanks. This is really cool, Rocky.
I mean, who doesn't want that?
Yeah,
They're
that's awesome.
This sounds dope.
Let's go check out those ruins.
All right. So you guys walk down the side trail.
Wait. I pulled one of the nice arrows out and put it into my bow.
Okay. One nice arrow notched in your bow. You guys are walking down, and as you're getting closer, you see this tower up in front of you, and perhaps the best way for me to explain kind of what you see is by showing you kind of what you see. So you're walking along. You're at this area quite a ways away, and as you not quite a ways, but a decent ways away. I'm gonna say you guys are currently sort of off screen. But you notice this horrible, foul stench that is coming from it. It smells like a horrible, deathly odor of rot
Pele.
and decay.
Pele, what did you do?
You're the one who gave me these berries.
Silent but deadly.
It's the way, yeah, that's what I do. You never see it coming.
Smells very fishy to me.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
No,
I
Jeff
can't.
is asking this.
Oh, okay.
The
Good.
monk and I think all of us would probably remember, but we're here looking for undead, right? It was undead haunting the ruins.
That's what you were told. Yeah. Yep.
So I can use my divine sense
Okay.
at this point because I should be able to tell when we get close enough if there are evil forces or celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of us.
Right.
So I don't know how far, I can't really see on the screen how far away we are from.
I'm gonna say that you guys are just about 60 feet away from where it is. So if you want to use that, you think you'd be able to.
Within the radius.
You think you'd be able to. Huh?
Oh, I don't want to use it unless I'm within the radius.
Yeah. You're a little bit further. You need to creep in a little bit closer to get that close to it.
All right.
My own swole kitty made it in here, but now I don't know where it is. So the you guys make it a little bit closer to it. Does anyone else want to ready something or do anything before we get even closer?
I'm readying my wand, but that's all.
Okay, so you guys are just sort of preparing. You move to about 45 feet away, which is still slightly off the screen. Let me see if I have it on there. Yeah, you guys are just off the edge of the screen. So doing that 10, 20, 30, 40. So 45 is right at the very end of that. As you get a little closer, you're close enough, Tatiana, that you feel you can use your divine sense and see if there's anything in there.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm using my divine sense. How do I use that?
Actually, I'm reading this. It
Okay.
says that they're not behind total cover. From your perspective, if this were an open field, you would be close enough. But if there's anything inside there, you know your sense doesn't make it all the way inside. There,
okay, so then
there
I need
are. I mean, if you notice, you look at it. It's really hard to tell on this map. But there's a gap here, and there's a gap here. It's possible that through that gap, you might be able to sense something. But you would use one of your spells, or you can wait until you get closer, or get inside, or do something like that.
I think I need to wait until we're closer.
Okay, you've got 3 uses of this for the day, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. You get
Because it's just really detecting. I would just be able to detect whether or not there was an undead inside. It won't really change anything. It doesn't give me an advantage to know that, does it?
you'll know the location of them. So you'll be able to tell, like on the map, the way that it would work is I would reveal where they were to you, right? So
Sounds to me like there might be some undead in there.
Like the whole Gadget and Ghostbusters.
It's totally right, but it's at the angle where you're at. So you can try to cast it and see if you have any. If so, just
Yeah.
mark off one of your boxes, and
Yep,
if not,
let's
you
do
can wait.
it. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm casting my divine sense.
Okay. You only have these gaps that you can sense through the doors that are there, and it is dark inside. You can't see what's inside there particularly well, but your divine sense reveals to you two zombies that are through this little gap that is right here. You can see, you can tell that there are 2 inside of there, and that's as far as you can get and see and perceive right now.
All right. So I
As-
let our team know. Let everybody know what I had sensed.
As you are doing that, you hear a sort of wail.
Cover my ears.
Cover your ears, you hear them less. And you begin to see coming out the edge of this, you see a zombie emerge out the side. That shows up over here. And you can see something moving towards you. Let's roll initiative.
Go.
I'm so lazy. Character is just lazy.
I have to say, I like the Swole Kitty encounter just because I like Swole Kitties.
I'm so glad we didn't have to kill this whole kill.
I know. I thought we were playing with TNT there.
Yeah.
I mean, just so you know, if you hadn't fed them, they would still be following you, and they would not go away. If you guys didn't think to feed them, they would just be with you right now. So,
Which
Who
could
knows?
come in handy with the zombie attack.
it could. I don't know if they would engage in it or not. Okay, 0 to 5. Five to 10.
And
There you are. Oops. Hold on, I need to go back. Didn't let me roll initiative. I must have hit something twice. There we go. That's way better. Zancorn, you had a 10? A 7. And Tatiana had a 10.
Yep.
Okay. 11 to 15.
I got
13.
11.
11 for... Everyone gets it at once. It's supposed to spread it out. It never works that way. Pele is at a 12. And who was at a 15? Who was next? Who
I'm
was
at a
next?
14.
14. Okay. Sorry. Everyone spoke at once. I couldn't hear. And Rampuri, what'd you get? You're the only one left.
22.
22. All right. Battle isn't yet started. I just wanted to get it queued up for you guys as we get a little bit closer to it. So, you hear sounds inside. these zombies are beginning to move a little closer to where you were. You don't know exactly how many there are, except if you look at the letters, you know they're at least up to F, because I just have to have a way of organizing them, and it's kind of a giveaway. So these guys are starting to make it out. Let's drop you guys in this so we can have all of you on the screen at the trail. Boom. And let's see if we can see you there. We can! Yay! All right, let me see if I can move you just a little bit further away. So I'm going to have you guys going down the trail. Conjure up here because she was near the front. Oops, I don't want to spin you. Sorry about that. Spread you guys out a little bit. Half a second. Right. Okay, so you guys are coming up the trail. And who's next? That's my question. Rampuri.
All right. I would like to. Sorry, I can't read it. Is it Zombie B, the one, the top right one, closest to us?
This one here?
Yep.
D, but okay, good enough.
Oh, D. Okay. Sorry, I'm failing the eye exam.
Yeah, make it bigger. Oh, I don't know if you can. Sorry. It's
Yeah,
part of the. It looks cool, but we do have issues. We'll work on it.
Yeah. So I'd like to run up to the space that is kitty corner to the top right next to him.
Okay.
Gracefully run up with my stick fully loaded and tee off.
Right there?
Yep,
All right. That's your target. Tee off.
that is right. So the stick. Ooh, 8.
8. You lash out with your stick, trying to do some sort of damage to it. Zombies, thank God, are not fast, and your stick cracks across its head. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
Stick damage. 6. Love the way that looks on the roller. Smack, you go against him. The zombies, on his left hand, his hand goes flying off into the field next to him. Anything else?
Gonna hit him with the uppercut right on the chin.
Uppercut, going straight for the head. Go ahead and attack.
23.
23. Your fist slams through its chin and shatters its remaining teeth out, and the jaw drops to the ground. Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
5.
That was a jaw-dropping punch.
It was a jaw-dropping punch. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Perception-wise, you are aware of. I'll just make this more visible to you. And nobody else is aware of this unless he yells it out, which he will because he's a kind man. But
Well, I might grunt it out and try and sign something.
right, totally. So you can see that there's another zombie around the corner as well, in this sort of mini room that is there. You do have key points or anything else? I don't know if you want to spend any or...
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Condra, you're up.
Okay, it is a little bit hard to see. So are there 2 zombies there? Is that what I see at the entrance?
There are 2 zombies. There is a zombie here. Let's see if we can make that big. That is not really any bigger, is it?
It actually is.
Okay.
Slightly.
Well, we'll just stay in this mode, and I'll just look over it like that.
All right.
And if I'm in the way, I can just disappear.
You're good. You're good. Okay, so I will stay exactly where I am. Actually, hang on. Give me 1 second. There's a lot happening here. I have new spells and everything. So we are going to. How far away are they from me? They are about what? 20 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Zombie D This one is 30 feet away, and this one is 35 feet away.
Okay. And from each other, how far away are they?
5 feet.
Great. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Does
I'm
it
going
look
to
like I'm looking at him? I'm pretending.
Yeah, actually, yes. That's exactly what's happening. Okay,
That's
so
that was the effect I'm going for.
so I am going to stay exactly where I am. I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
So I take out my wand and I cast Ice Knife, and I create a shard of glass and fling it at one creature within range, so that first one is just fine. And on a hit, the target will take 1d10 piercing damage, and on a hit or a miss, the shard will explode and hit another creature within 5 feet, which will be the other one.
Nice. Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Okay, so rolling for the hit.
Yep.
12.
12. That is a hit. This
Awesome.
You wave your wand, and this blue whirl of energy appears at the end of your wand as this ice shard appears and is thrown at this zombie. These are slow zombies, the easy one, thank God. And it slams into it. 1d10 piercing damage. Go ahead and roll that.
Rolling for damage. 5.
5 damage. Ice shard smacks into it. 5 damage done. You see its rib case just sort of be blown out from under it, but it's still there. They apparently don't need all the parts. Zombies are held together by an arcane magic necromantic energy. So obviously there's no flesh and bone or brain inside of them. Well, maybe brain. Maybe they've eaten it, their own brain. I would imagine they don't differentiate. Targeting each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. So let me go ahead and roll for...
Oh, and the cold damage is actually going to increase by 1d6.
But you're casting it as a first level spell though, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so it's just that.
Right.
It's a 2d6. Okay, cool. Let me get their bit up and roll that against them. Dexterity. Oh, nice. What's the Oh, I'm on the wrong one. What is the what do they need to roll?
Your dexterity save. But
Against what though? What's my number? Let's see what it says.
Where do I find that?
Yeah.
Oh, my spell modifier is a +3.
It's 13. It's a 13. Sorry, I was just looking
Cool.
at it. It's on the side. It was just hard for me to find. Okay, cool. Let me roll that and see if the one that you hit is not able to get out of the way. He's going to take that damage, and the one that's a little bit further away. This is really just a crapshoot for them. They're so bad at rolling. It's just whether a question it's going to explode and hit them because they're slow zombies. They're not very quick. The second one avoids all damage. The first one takes the full I'm on the wrong one. That takes the full 2d6 cold damage. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
How do I do that?
You can just use the arrows in the dice in the corner and just click on the 6-sided die twice and that will work.
It's a square.
It's square, yes.
Got it. Lovely. 8.
8. You see this cold hit it, and it freezes in shape, and then you see it try to take a step, and it topples over, and it just shatters on the ground into a bunch of different pieces. But let me roll something. Zombies have a secret ability. Damage taken. Okay, it is down and out. You do not see it moving. It looks as though it is no longer relevant.
Fantastic. Mission accomplished.
From just outside of your view. Oh, I need this to work for me. Come on. coming out of the edge of this, you see this wizard-looking character that has run out on the side down here. He is in red, flowing robes. And he's not a human color. He is sort of a reddish color that's on there. And he stops and he stares at the crowd of you. And he turns back inside of the building and yells to them. It is here. The elf has what the master desires. Seize her. Destroy the rest.
Oh shit!
Jeez.
Did I hear that?
Not very nice.
Yes. You guys
I'm gonna say, oh shit, like out, like very loudly.
My question is, what is the evil mage going to do? The evil mage looks at you, and you see him whirl his hands around. Swirling. And he utters something you can't understand in a language that, well, does anyone speak Abyssal?
Damn it.
Are you kidding?
You're such a jerk.
Are you kidding?
Don't speak Abyssal? Weird that you wouldn't check
Speak
that.
abyssal. Very little bit.
This is Abyssal.
So weird. You hear this? I'm sorry.
I've been waiting for months for that.
Right? I was hoping it would happen. And you recognize what's coming at you. It is three magic missiles that are flying towards. Trying to get his angle here.
Are they beige?
Dear
They're
God,
not
I was
beige.
just gonna ask the same thing.
the
They are not
abyssal missiles.
They're
If they were
abyssal
beige, they
missiles.
wouldn't be able to hit us.
And they are flying towards Zancorin. There is no save against this unless you have something crazy for that, which I don't believe you do. That was a really lucky roll. 5 damage.
What?
Wow.
I mean, for rolling 3 of them, that's pretty darn good. He's still exposed in the open, though. Pele, your turn.
Well, I say, screw this, and I rush towards the 3. So now, remind me, are these 3 guys down here by Rampori, are they all dead or are they still alive?
Well, they're all undead, but one of them seems to be dead. The one that now has an X on him.
No longer animate, then.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Over its eyes, that's how you can tell.
I think that I would like very much to get out of the way of the mage, so I am going to rush at Zombie E.
Okay.
And as I pull my rapier from its hilt, which I have so lovingly named Stabs McAdams.
All right. Stabs McAdams going against Zombie E for Edgar. Go ahead and roll.
And as I raise Stabs McAdams above my head, it's a beautiful 23.
23 to hit your sword, realizing that stabbing them probably doesn't make sense. You swipe across it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, a slash with the fury, and it's an 11.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of damage.
I know. Who would have thought? Yeah,
right.
Stabs McAdams has is a 1d8 plus 3, and it rolled an 8, so it's pretty good.
You couldn't ask for more than that, given the state of where you guys are at. So yeah, that's awesome.
Sweet. Can I do a bonus action?
Yes, you can.
Beautiful. Let's see. So my bonus actions I'm still not very good at this. Am I allowed to use Stabs McAdams again, or do I need to use one of my daggers? Stabs McAdder or Stabs McMinnis?
Do you have 2 weapon fighting?
Oh
my god, those are your names.
I do have 2 weapon fighting.
Rapier is one-handed? So yeah. Or you can use Lucky the Crossbow.
I believe I'll use Lucky the Crossbow. It seems like it could deal more damage.
He is lucky. Go ahead and roll.
And as I aim it directly at the second zombie's exposed forehead, Lucky the Crossbow delivers a crippling 21.
21. The crossbow just fires into his head at point blank range,
Boom,
exploding his front, what would be cortex, but there's not a whole lot there. There's goop that's coming out. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's a 6.
6. You can tell you took out a chunk of whatever brain was left in there, and it is a foul stench that you have up close to him. But who doesn't love a good foul stench? Rocky.
So, who can I see?
You can see on the other side of Pele a zombie, and you can see down here in the, if I can find my mouse, where is it? You can see the mage that is still exposed.
Oh, I want to fire on the mage.
Okay.
With the.
Can we talk to the mage first, Rocky?
With
Can
the
you
good
stun
arrow.
the mage?
So,
Okay.
are there any pluses that I should add?
There are not any pluses on it. It does have some coolness, but that is not one of them.
All right. Well, I am going to fire at him.
Okay. Go and roll.
I rolled a 26.
Nice. Your arrow flies true and straight and slams into the upper shoulder of the mage. Roll damage.
Flesh wound 4.
For nothing but a flesh wound.
It depends. Maybe that thing delivers extra damage.
It does not. Maybe
Can
it
I
does.
reload?
You reload.
Can I move to try to keep him in?
You have not moved yet. Yeah, you can move.
I'm moving to get so I can keep him in my crosshairs.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Actually, if I do that, that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That gives you a beeline down the road. I mean, down the side of the ruin. But obviously, he could duck inside if he wants to. But you've got a pretty good open shot in taking a look at him. Tatiana.
I am pretty darn far away. I'd probably use my crossbow, but I only have a range of 100 meters, and I feel like, am I farther away than 100 meters?
100 feet, because we're not.
Or 100
realms is not metric. Yeah. No, you're of whom?
Of the mage.
Yeah, you'll probably have to step to the. No, you're fine. You can fire from there.
Okay. Well, I'll move up. I think I can move up 30 feet.
Yes, you can.
Follow that little road for 30 feet.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Definitely in range within this point.
All right, and then I'm going to unleash my crossbow.
Go ahead and fire.
Which I have named Dragon's Breath.
Nice. As opposed to your actual dragon's breath.
Yes. 11.
11. Your arrow flies towards him, and he takes his staff and bats it out of the way.
Ooh.
No damage.
I think that's all I have.
Perfect. Zankorin. Okay. I mean, All right.
Good move.
I just want to look that up because I need to. Spells, sleep spell. There it is. Spell spends a creature into magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. Starting with a creature that's the lowest current hit points, we go from there. So where are you targeting it? Okay. Okay, so you could target it right between them and get both of them? That should work. I mean, it's a zombie. You don't know if it's going to work on it, but maybe it does. Okay, go ahead and roll. 5d8, and that's how many you have to play with. $15. The spell rolls towards him. It hits him. You can see this wave of energy. It just sort of warps everything around it and leaves this dull. It's like somebody turned down the saturation when it hits in its area as it spreads out. And you hear him say, "You are but a child." He's unaffected. Okay. And that is an action where you can do that, right? Okay, cool. Bonus action, creature other than yourself within 60 feet that can hear you gains an inspiration die, 1d6. For 10 minutes, that creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. But it can't be you. But everyone's within 60 feet. Okay. Tatiana, if you look at your sheet next to your hit points, there's a little inspiration thing. Go ahead and check it so you remember that you have that.
What about me?
It only applies to one person.
Okay. Oh.
Per bonus action. Yeah. So go ahead and mark that off. And then...
Does she have a ranged weapon, Corin? Oh, okay.
Now, as you guys are focusing on the action that is on this side of it, you hear this flying in the air towards you. You see something that looks like that. It is not particularly large. This is a very zoomed in picture of this. Here, I'll make it smaller. There. It seemed less dangerous that way. You see this beast, this fiend, this flying demon, whatever it might be, in the air coming towards you. It is hovering around and looks down at the crowds that are there. You can tell it knows its commands as it is scanning the battlefield below it. He or it or she aims towards Pele, who is within its sight, and you see that bright glowing mote of fire that you've seen Khandra cast so many times hurl towards you. Let's see what he hits on this. I gotta see what his spell casting bonus is. Plus. There it is. DC 11 plus 3 to hit. Okay, perfect. Oh, the moat, blinding hot, zips just past Pele and misses him.
It's me, you stupid sky lizard.
You hear him. You hear him yell out, in the same voice that you heard the mage use. He yells out, "Destroy them! Seize the elf!"
Same voice?
Same voice.
That is intriguing.
Maybe
Go
they're
ahead.
both
Anyone that
possessed.
hears that, which is all of you, go ahead and roll an insight check.
13.
18.
5.
Everyone,
16.
everyone but Pele and the monk, I believe, can tell that voice is slightly different than the other voice that we heard. Pele and the monk are like, no, that's the same exact same voice, but you don't understand why or anything like that. I need to do some movements on the inside.
Fascinating.
I am seeing who can be doing. Oh well, that was not supposed to be 3.
I only
Three
have one
rhymes with
thing.
C. Huh?
I only have one thing that it could be. Think.
I don't know. You can take a guess. I mean, it'll be interesting. I'm not going to tell you the answer, but you can certainly take a guess. I
I
mean,
mean, I assume it's the box. It has to do with the box that we woke up with that I have in my bag.
Could be.
this zombie,
What, Zankorin?
zombie bee, has made it close enough to Pele to reach out and attack. He doesn't have much, but a bone of one of his fallen friends as he reaches out and takes a swing at Pele.
Bring it on.
What's your armor class?
14.
14. He swings this club at you, and you duck out of the way. Goes over your head. You are fine. I am trying to find all my zombie friends. Perfect. Let me see if I can get them on the screen so you guys can see them. Oh, how about the map? You guys want to see the map again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Y'all kind of left me out there in the cold, given I'm the target.
Well, in fairness, they are trying to protect you some. Zombie E is dead, right?
Hey,
No, Zombie E is right next to you as well. Zombie E is going to take an attack
hey,
against.
Dave,
Yeah.
the map you're showing is, I don't know if that's...
Oh, yeah, you're showing us the whole thing. I didn't
Oh.
see it.
It picked up the wrong one. Hold on. Oh, how weird. That is totally weird. Okay. Just delete that. I guess this does not like to share multiple screens that are... Let's do that one. There, how's that? Now you saw
Better.
nothing. You saw nothing.
It's not
No
nothing.
idea what was that.
I
Unfortunately, we have
see.
very
No idea what
short
it was.
memories.
I'm just gonna make him attack now at advantage. Just kidding. What's your armor class? Pele?
14. But didn't I just duck from one of them, or are they both
You
coming
did,
at
but
me?
there's two of them. Zombie
Oh.
E is making attack out at you because you are in that neck of the woods.
Disappointing.
As you dodge out of the way of one of them, just as you look up, you see this other hand reach out, skeletal hand hit you, and just all the rotted flesh flies across your face. It
Ugh,
does 4 damage.
gross.
It's gross. There's no doubt it's gross. I'm trying to find where I hid all these zombies. Wow, I'm missing one. Well, that's just going to be lucky for everyone. Stumbling out of the back here as well comes another zombie trying to attack. He makes a swing at Pele as well, having positioned himself in an area that might be considered a bad life choice. Having been hit with the first one and have just this sludge of rotted flesh across his face, the other zombie reaches out, slams down, but that's just slippery enough that it glances off your chin, not really doing any damage, and you manage to stay away from harm.
Nice.
Meanwhile, the zombies seem to be pouring out of the door as they stumble closer towards you. Oh, here's zombie F. I found it. I need to zoom mine slightly bigger. This is my secret screen that now you've all seen. Thank you. Sucks. All right. Move you guys closer. And where are we? They rolled so low on initiative, but they should. They're zombies. Rampuri, you are up.
I would like to move, and I would like to dash. And doing that get here. You see that on the map?
Yes, I do. Can you make it all the way there?
I can. I've got 50 points worth of, or 50 feet of movement, and a dash would make it 100. And by my reckoning, I can get there in about 80.
Okay. As you swing by Zombie F here, he's going to make an opportunity attack at you.
And I run a wide berth around it.
That would take you too far away. Where are you headed towards?
Right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think I was here. Or 20. I was actually right here. So I could actually go like that.
Click on it. Tell me where you can go.
Oh, sorry. You can't see my screen. So I started
No, but when
here.
you click on it, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm saying if I run from there to here, to here, to here, to here, that's 20 spaces.
Perfect. Okay. We'll take you there. Now you've used your movement and your action.
Yes.
So you've got bonus action, key points. Huh?
My bonus action.
Okay. What's your bonus?
I'm going to center myself for a moment, and in the space between heartbeats, I'm going to go beat up some steer, some frozen meat hanging in a meat locker.
Right.
And when I snap back, I'm going to use my flurry of blows with double uppercuts to the mage's fragile jaw.
Right. Roll. Let's roll each attack.
Oh, and by the way, would this be considered flanking now that I'm on this side and the other attacks are coming?
No, the flanking has to be with an enemy of that. The thing on the other side is a zombie, so he's not having to guard himself against a zombie.
Okay, I was thinking about the people shooting projectiles at him from the other side.
No, it doesn't count for ranged weapons.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
just for melee. In
okay, so the first fist hits.
That's it.
Or sorry, the first fist rolls is 23 is what I meant to say.
Okay, and the second was a 6?
The second, well, that was the damage roll. Sorry, I was getting ahead of
You're jumping way ahead. Okay,
I know I am.
That's fine.
Let me hit the second roll to hit is a 15. So 23 and a 15 for the flurry of fists.
All right, both of those hit. You do 9 total damage. Perfect.
That last one, I actually just accidentally hit the perception button.
Oh, okay.
Let me do my second bludgeoning damage. There we go.
Come on, monk.
I know.
Nice. double damage on it. Khandra, it's your turn.
Woo! I'm a little stressed out, but I'm okay. I've been in worse situations. Okay, so please remind me. There is, and I'm doing it based off the names that are on here that are unreadable for me. But I think there are 3 zombies in front of Pele.
Uh-huh.
1 hanging out in the courtyard over there, and then 2 behind the mage. Is that right?
1 directly next to the mage, right here, and then
Okay.
2 up here.
Okay. And then 3 in front of Pele.
And then
Cool.
3, yeah, behind Pele from your perspective, yes. 1 out in the middle of the open, and this thing in the air.
Thing in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely need to protect myself because I've got something they want, and regardless of what that is, I don't want them to have it. Do I know what the thing in the air is?
Roll a investigation. That's not an investigation. I really don't know what to roll when it is figuring out if you know a monster, but I am just gonna say intelligence check. Yeah, that makes sense.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, intelligence is at the top. Okay. So intelligence, I roll a 18.
18. You know that it is some sort of small fiend from a different plane. It is insane, evil, is always up to do damage. It has powerful magic, as well as the ability to attack. It's got a decent collection of weapons that you can see, and it does know how to use them. You also know that they are remarkably difficult to kill. They have a lot of resistances, but you can't remember what they are resistant to, and they have a lot. They have a lot of power. So it might be small, but it's a fiendish bastard.
Okay. Is it undead? I assume not.
It is not an undead, no.
Okay. Okay. Haley, why'd you have to be sitting right there?
Huh?
Haley was not. Haley's
Wow,
kind of
every
in the
time
way.
I switch backgrounds, it goes to the wrong one.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There's a beach.
Everybody
blanket.
memorize it.
Is that a beach umbrella?
It's a carousel.
We're going to the circus.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
Okay.
Wow, and it's not even switching to mine. It's not letting me select it. Hold on. Well, okay, I really like this setup because it looks totally cool, but I'm having a difficult time of it selecting the right screen, so it
I'm
doesn't.
having trouble
We'll just
seeing the
ignore it.
screen
We'll just ignore it.
because eyesight.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
It still hates me changing this. I'll try again, and we'll see what happens.
It also seems hard to see. Like it was better when we got the whole screen, I think.
Okay. I'll see if there's any way that I can make it. You know what? And I'm
No.
just being dumb about this.
We're not seeing actually in the building, Dave.
There we go.
Yeah,
That-
I've switched that.
Yeah,
This
we
was
just
my
needed to
fault
zoom.
for just not zooming it, guys. This is not. This is not technology. This is idiot. So
I was like, I can't see it. I'm so old.
no,
Where's-
it's totally
where's the
me.
mage?
I just had it zoomed out too far. So let's get that to work better. There you go. How's that? Is that
Okay,
helpful?
Where's the
Very.
mage?
Good question. The mage is down here.
The zombie H label is over the top of him, David. The zombie H is actually for the zombie right above him.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't write mage on it because there was just the one. So
He's
I
right
didn't.
there. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see that.
I think if we kill the mage, we might be able to get rid of that little orange thingy.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna might be a bad move, but I'm gonna go up next to Pele, like right next to him.
Okay.
And then
Behind him, like this, or near the dead thing?
yeah. Oh wait, no, like the other next to him, like behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like below him?
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Boom. Consider yourself below.
Great. Okay. So then I am going to cast Thunder Wave. And so I put my hands into a cone shape, and it is going to cast a 15-foot cone, I believe. So I should be hitting all 3 zombies. So I'm missing Pele and hitting all 3 zombies.
Okay.
And if I'm doing this correctly, and a thunderous force sweeps out from me. Each creature in that 15-foot cube must make a Constitution saving throw. On failed save, the creature takes 1d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, they still take half as much damage and aren't pushed.
Okay, so let's have you roll damage first, so we see what that total is, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. So this. So the thunder wave damage is 15.
Okay. So let me roll for them in order. The one directly in front of you, which is Zombie B. Yeah, and I'm just assuming you're positioning yourself in such a way as that, you know, you're not going to do too much. Let me check what they're... wow, okay, there you have it. They need a 13 to survive. This one takes full damage, Zombie G. And based off the angle, I am going to push that back up against the side of the wall by 10 feet, so he gets thrown up that direction, right? The next one, Zombie E. Rolls a 14. It only takes half that damage and is not blasted away, so it is still next to him. But that one was already damaged, so it takes 7 damage, and you see it get knocked backwards and hit the rock behind it, the corner of that exposed building, and half of it gets thrown one way and half of it goes the other direction. And you are fairly certain that you've knocked that thing out. You did how much damage? 7?
15 was my roll. I don't know if that's the same thing.
Well, it did
half the damage. So
half the damage, but you rolled down, right?
Yeah,
down?
It's you.
So 7 damage.
Yeah.
So you see it split across, and then you see it reform as a unit in the exact same place that it was. So you totally damaged Zombie E, but as you see it get thrown apart, you see it kind of go it's getting thrown out. Oh, I'm not on the screen. You can't see me and my amazing hand movements. It goes whoosh, and then you see it go and form back together in the same location that it's at. Zombie B, the one directly in front of you. It always rolls it in the corner where I really can't see the answer. Also takes gets blasted up against the wall against it. It succeeded on its save, but you see it smash up against the wall, and then you see that one. Oh no, this is Zombie B that we're after. I'm sorry, Zombie B gets smashed up against the wall, but you know, he's still there. He's clearly got damaged in the assault, but he's still alive. You thought you killed one of them, but it seems to have reformed itself. Anything else on your turn?
I believe I actually can use my bonus action for the first time. Am I
Okay.
correct in that?
If you have something,
You can't use it on a spell, and I don't know if you have a bonus action that is a. You can use it on a spell if you have a spell that is a cantrip that you want to.
I can use a cantrip.
Okay, I'm gonna allow.
I'm asking, can I or can I not? I do not know.
Use a cantrip as a bonus action. You
Okay.
can't do 2 regular spells, but it's a 0 level spell, so you can use that.
I've never really been this close though to use my dagger. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Do you have 2 weapon fighting?
I do.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna use my dagger for the first time. How do I do
Nice.
that?
Who are you targeting? B? In front of you?
E is the wait, which one is almost dead? Is it E or B?
The one in front of Pele is almost
Okay,
dead.
I'll that one then.
Okay, so you lunge over in that direction. Go ahead and hit the attack roll that's just like you would on a spell that's right next to the dagger.
23.
23 to hit. They're not hard to hit. That dagger goes into its fleshy, disgusting body. Go ahead and roll damage.
Rad. Damage 7.
7. You're basically saying, and stay down. And that one collapses to the ground and dies. It's
Fantastic.
gone. Mark that appropriately.
See, guys, I'm not just a wizard with a sword.
You're not just a worthless spellcaster.
Yeah.
That was so wizard, Condra.
That was lit.
So
There's a t-shirt. That's so wizard.
it is the evil mage's turn.
Uh-oh.
You are staring at the evil mage, and it suddenly disappears. No idea where it's at. Whoops. Here we are. Let me get to this one. All right. It's gone. Don't know where he is. You did not get an opportunity attack. He literally just went gone. Pele.
Well, I don't know whether it's the, undead flesh in my face or just the adrenaline coursing through my veins, but I start to get a prickly feeling in the back of my throat that tingles all the way down into my spine, into my fingertips. And I think to myself, could this be the time? Could this be the time where it happens? And then I realize, for some reason, my D&D Beyond is closed. And I
Bummer.
feel the tingling slowly reaching down through my nether regions into my legs as it hits my
Is this like an-
kneecaps into my
Is this like an
shins.
arousing feeling for you?
And
the way you're
then,
describing it?
And then, I charged by the minute, by the way. And then the next thing you know, he rolls his little pyramid thing, and it's a it's a 1.
oh
my
shit!
Finally!
On a boss fight!
I'm so
So-
excited.
On a
No.
boss fight. This is not good.
Before anything happens. And watch, I've forgotten what to do. So I gotta figure some stuff out here. Hold on a second.
This is so not good.
Okay.
Good music.
Pele disappears.
Disappears.
Are you
Disappear.
serious?
Yep. A second
Are
later.
you kidding me?
Yep. Second later, he reappears. You have 15 feet of movement left.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Haley, where did you
Is round
go?
over or what?
I know this person that can really edit video great, and I just want to see that edited and drawn out into slow motion.
on a loop.
On a loop, yeah, 20 minutes of that. All right, sir.
Wow.
You appear there almost instantly, but it takes you a half a second to get your bearings, right? And you realize, okay, I'm not that far away.
Okay, not a lot has changed. So now I do believe now there are 2 zombies left. Yeah, there's G and B. And I've got a personal vendetta for zombie brain. And so I say, Conrad Doc! And I whip out Lucky the crossbow and I take aim at zombie B.
All right, go ahead and roll
Remove
damage.
your giant head, woman! And Lucky the crossbow shoots a nice little 7 over at
Down, you yell as the crossbow hits the rock behind him and just splinters into a million pieces.
like a drunkard stumbling out of the pub. I level my crossbow again for my bonus action, and I say, "Is that all you've got?" And then I roll again, and this time it's a critical roll.
Nice.
Nice.
The arrow enters. The bolt flies out of your hand, Bolt, and Condra's ducking out of the way. It whizzes just past her left ear, fires into its head, and you see that head just like, what's it gonna do? Go ahead and roll.
No, let's see. So wait, when I just click it, and it will do the...
Yeah, you right, double click it. It'll do the
there we go, critical hit. Beautiful. Bam! And it is an 11.
11 damage to it. You've done a tremendous amount of damage. You see back of its head flow off, but it's still, with its arcane, evil, unreal, undead sort of powers, it's still holding itself together. It's there.
Well, what do you know?
Rocky.
Where the hell did you go, Pele?
Here.
We'll talk about it later.
It is really late. 9:50. Do we want to take a break and pick this up next time? Or do we want to just make it to the end of this turn and see what happens?
Why don't we get to the end of the turn?
Okay. Let's go to the end of the turn. So we've got Rocky, Tatiana, Zancorin, and then the bad guys that get to go. So, Rocky.
Is that fiend in? Where's the fiend?
The fiend is up behind those trees there.
So I don't have a.
It's
shot.
up in the air. So yeah, those aren't that tall of a trees. So you have a clean line of sight to it.
Yeah, I'll try to shoot it with the other good weapon.
All right, go ahead and fire.
I pull back my bow and I say, "Black Arrow must do your stuff." And my stuff is only 11.
The arrow flies into the side of the building, and you are expecting it to just explode like an arrow would normally do, but instead it ricochets off the building and flies into, onto the ground a little bit away. It is, from what you can tell, a weird thing that you've just noticed. They don't normally do that. Anything else?
Move towards zombie. What's the closest zombie?
F.
I move towards zombie F and pull my 2 short swords.
Okay.
So I'm trying to engage him.
Okay. You didn't move at first. You have, 2-weapon fighting doesn't actually count here, but you are, because your first one needs to be a melee weapon, not an arrow. But you can hang out there and ready to engage him on his next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Tatiana.
All right. So I think I'm going to move closer to the red demon
That's up at the top.
that's up at the top. I
Okay.
think I have 30 feet. So what is that? Six.
Are you
six
trying to?
spaces up?
Yeah. Are you trying to get like in a line of sight or up close to it?
I want to get a line of sight so I could use my crossbow.
Okay. It's kind of behind the trees. You were, he was a little bit further back. If you move up against the wall that is over in this area, anywhere along here, you should be close enough that you'll see straight up the side to be able to get a good clean shot. If you go towards it, you know, the angle of the trees is going to block the shot.
Yeah.
So you can move that direction.
So let's move over to the wall.
Okay.
I'm going to put myself right on it. Do I have enough range here for my crossbow?
Yeah, that's what, 100 feet? 5,
think
10,
so.
15, 20, yeah, easily. Not a problem.
Okay. So, and then Zancorin gave me an inspiration. I'm
Okay.
not quite sure what that means in terms of using my crossbow.
You can roll a 1d6 and add it to your attack roll. Does she have to do it
So
prior to rolling or afterwards?
she can. I believe it's. I'll read it real quick, but I believe it's. They can use it. This can be added after seeing
the roll,
but
before knowing whether
the
it
outcome.
hits. Perfect.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
can fire and then decide if you want to roll a 1d6.
Okay, so I'm going to get out Dragon's Breath. I'm going to aim and fire. Well, not fire yet. I got a 12.
Okay, so now you can decide, do you want to just let it go with that, or do you want to use your inspiration? And
No, I
roll a
want to
1d6?
use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and roll the inspiration.
Okay. A 4.
4. That's just enough. You wouldn't have hit without it. Crossbow goes flying towards the cackler. That's what it's called. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ah.
2.
Ah.
Disappointing 2, but that is the roll of the dice. And what can happen?
The worst.
Zancorin.
So I see he disappeared. I head 25 feet over to the flying creature.
Okay. Are you also trying to be within so you can see it?
I do need to. No, I don't need to see him. I just need to know he can hear me.
Okay. So you're just gonna move sort of like straight up on the other side of Pele?
Yeah.
Okay. 25 feet. Here we go.
Oh, I have a real quick question.
Yeah.
Since I used that inspiration, do I take that off my?
Yes. Yeah. Just
Got
click it and it goes away.
Yep.
All right. You are definitely close enough. Within range is pretty much everyone hearing you wise, right?
Yeah. Well, this is 60 feet, but I believe I'm 60 feet. 5, 10,
Okay.
Okay. And then my own whisper, say, evil can be smited in many ways, and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
What
does that do?
So I whisper I cannot speak. Discordant melody that only one creature of my choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. On a failed
Must
save,
make
wisdom,
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay. What's the saving throw on it?
It's a 13.
13. You see it shake its head violently. Flutters a little bit to the left and the right, and then stares at you. No damage.
Well, it does half as much damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
So 3d6. All right, I'll take it. 6 damage.
Hey, not bad. It is now its turn. And it is a little bit on the angry side at this point.
It PO'd.
It's a little PO'd. It looks at you, and you don't understand its language, but it says, oh no, you do understand its language. What do you call something that is small and insignificant? A hobbit! It casts Tasha's hideous laughter on you. You need to make a saving throw. I'm looking for where it's listed. It's saving throw for me. Come on. Spell save is 14. It's a saving throw.
Alright. That's not great, but... Oh, come on!
10.
10. It rolled... My dice went 20, and then tipped over to 8.
You think that is the funniest thing in the whole world, and land on the floor just laughing. You do not take any damage, but you are sort of out of the picture at this point. After it does that, it bolts somewhere, fairly out of sight. And you see it fly over, back around. If I can point here, it flies back this way, and disappears, going down inside the ruins. So you don't know where it is anymore. Let's see how many of these zombies are still alive.
Really quick, did we notice that was a different voice that he used from the previous voice?
Everyone but the monk.
It was a different voice, yeah.
Yeah.
We recognize the voice that he used.
We're talking about when he cast the vicious or the.
When he cast vicious laughter, it was a different voice than that deep mage voice that you heard. It was it was just a different. Well, it sounded just like it sounded. It sounded like that.
Cool.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Fascinating
creature.
Fascinating creature. Oh no! It says I've been disconnected from the server. Can you guys see anything?
Oh no!
I was disconnected too.
Oh, they went
Just
down.
around?
All right.
Oh, no.
Well, Zombie A is close enough. I got to take a screenshot of this, so give me half a second. But Zombie A has moved down to directly in front of Rampuri. Before this kills me, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so that we can pick up where we left off. With the power of the Macintosh.
An opportune time to go down.
It did. Okay, I've got a picture of it, so that's life. So zombie... Oh, it came back up, and you're in the right spot now. Okay. Zombie A is directly in front of you, and it is going to attack Rampuri. Totally misses. Swings, not even facing the right direction. It was embarrassing. Next, Zombie B is still alive and directly in front of Khandra. It reaches out to Khandra and is going to try to grapple and take you to the ground because its instruction has been to seize you, right? So that's what it's going to try to do. So go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oh, I'm really bad at strength, guys. 14.
Nice.
You guys hear?
Reaches out to try to grapple you, and you are able to just wiggle out of its way as it misses, and it isn't able to bring you to the ground.
very tall, so I get it.
Zombies. This one is also 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one is going to come down, whoops, one more, and is going to also attack Rampuri. But it is now in a flanking position, so it's going to roll at advantage. Oh my god, it really sucks. I can't do anything. I've got a 12. What's your armor class?
15.
15. Misses. Zombie D is dead. Why does it even go through that? That doesn't even make sense. Zombie E is also dead. Zombie F is close to Rocky. It reaches out to make a swing at you as well with a club that it is holding. And they're rolling poor. 7. I'm not even going to ask you if that's your armor class. Zombie G, who's up around the corner, sees Zankorn on the ground, laughing. Any hit is a critical hit for a unconditional creature, isn't it?
It's...
I got a screen for this.
Yeah. I always forget which one. Like, ranged, I think, is disadvantage.
But you're
melee. Melee is not melee is advantage. I don't know if it's crit though. I think if I was unconscious, I'm crit. But am I considered restrained?
Right. You are prone.
I'm just prone, I think.
Prone creatures only option. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against a creature has advantage if the attacker was in 5 feet. Okay, cool. So it rolls an advantage. And that's really the way they've been rolling. That's not much to fear. But let's do it anyways.
Any what?
Anyway. 22.
That's just barely hits.
Just barely.
Just barely.
Damage. Where are you at?
I am struggling. I'm incapacitated right now. I'm laughing. Everything is hilarious. That hit was hilarious.
It was hilarious. You just start cracking up.
Help that hobbit. You gotta help that hobbit.
But I am bleeding profusely.
Oh no, you're bleeding profusely?
And...
So there it goes. Not your turn yet. But, okay, so this last zombie has moved in a flanking position around Rampuri as well. And it is going to attack at advantage. Nat 20. Critical hit. Damage. Nine. Rampuri. That takes us to the end of...
You're good, Daddy.
That takes us to the end of the round to do. Just so everyone knows, something small like that, a berry or a potion, anything that arguably isn't a full action to do. Normally they say that's got to be an action, but I'm gonna let us do that as a bonus action because it just seems like it's something that should be really quick. So at some point you can pop one in your mouth and maybe stabilize yourself. If you are allowed to take an action, which Zankorn is not. So that's not gonna be very helpful for him. So with that, with a red mage or whatever this is, that is has disappeared out of sight. Oh shoot, I moved one of these things in the wrong spot. But I will fix that. With a red mage who has disappeared, with Khandra, the target of some sort of attack, to get something that she possesses. We will take a break and we will pick up hopefully where we are next time. Fortunately, Roll20 will keep all this for me, but D&D Beyond will not, which drives me crazy. So I've got to take some screenshots to get this all in place. that is where we will leave off. So,
So many questions.
Awesome.
Nobody unanswered questions.
Billy
Oh.
survives this one.
right. So let's see where we pick up next time. And sorry this one took so long, but hey, it's pretty exciting.
No, it was
Great. It was awesome.
Fantastic. One of my
Thank you,
favorites.
Dave. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
So many questions to be answered, and now we don't have any kitties, which is sad. So with that, we will see everyone 2 weeks. No, 1 week. Next
Yeah.
Tuesday. And we will see you then. So thank you for joining us, and
More you
roll.
More you roll.
Was you on?